Tell Rihanna Don, you feel me?
Get over here!
Hey,
Final round.
this the platform, bitch. Hey, this that platform shit.
Finish him.
Yeah,
Finish him.
who's the best when it comes to this game? If you with the Mortal Kombat, I'ma leave you in flames. This the platform, I knock a bitch right out of their shoes. A street fighter till I die, I hit like Ken and Ryu. I punish niggas like Tekken 007 with a weapon. Teach a fuckboy a lesson, I'm double dragon, no wrestling. Shoot the 3 and cross you over, you can call me 2K. And the devil may cry 1,000 times, but watch what you say. Because this is my Call of Duty, so by now you should know me. Cut a motherfucker in half and then slide out like Shinobi. Steal your car and catch a charge, fuck it, this Grand Theft Auto. Double dribble around a nigga and let the blood stain follow. This the platform, yeah, this the platform, bitch. This the platform, yeah, this that platform shit. This the platform, yeah, this the platform, bitch. This the platform, yeah, this that platform.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the platform, episode 190. We are unfortunately talking about user interfaces. And you know what? Phil Spencer had a nice titty bit that he dropped that people kind of like are like, oh, fuck about. And that might be triggering to some, but you know what? You know, all's fair. In love and war, honestly, you know, and when you motherfuckers stoke the flames of console wars, this is what happens. So we're gonna talk about Phil Spencer. We're also gonna shit on Dirt 5, and and also maybe Valhalla. Shouts out to Young Yeah. If you want to go check him out on YouTube, he actually had a lot of time to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and it's not looking too good. So we're going to talk about that. What up, Darren? I see you. Hot Drop Pie. What's cracking? What's happening? I see you. Yeah, give me some of that pie. I want all the pie. Frozen, what up, Frozen? He says that PS5 UI is ugly as fuck. It's sad. I see Mike hyping it on Twitter. We'll get into it, because you know how Frozen. Mike's like, how, Sway?
Fuck him. I'm talking about there. He doesn't, just bust my balls. Frozen don't. He likes to bust your balls as much as he busts mine.
Yeah, he does, because both of y'all support Randy.
But that's because he's in love with balls. I get it.
All right, well, let's get into our intros before we get too feisty in this motherfucker. Let's go ahead in no particular order, starting with the Rage Queen, Cool Cat Terry. What's up, Terry? How are you doing? And what you been playing this week?
Yo, everybody, I'm doing pretty good. This week I've been playing Wasteland 3, some Need for Speed Heat. I started up Mafia finally. I played maybe about an hour or two of the definitive edition, the new remaster of it, to finally get started in that, because I really enjoyed 3, and I've been waiting to get my hands on 1 and 2. So I finally. It's been on my backlog. Finally started doing Mafia a little bit, so it's been, pretty good there. And I finished The Beast Inside for my Fright Night, so that fucking horror show is behind me. Thank God. So now I kind of look for something else because I still got 2 more Fright Night streams I do have to do for this year. So I gotta find another game or 2 to fill the void. New Hope is a possibility because it comes out technically on my very last Fright Night, but it all depends on if it's going to be Game Pass or not, because I'm not about to drop $30 on a game I'm going to play once. So.
You know what game is frightening? You know what game is frightening that you should play on Friday? You should play Crackdown 3. When I tell you you'll be scared of the non-quality, you'll be frightened.
I actually played a little bit of it.
Did you throw up a little?
Did
you throw up a little?
No, but I can't really play that game because you have to do so much button pressing in that game that it actually, it makes my hands real sore. And I certain games, I can't play fighting games anymore either because my hands flare up, and I'll get sharp pain from my hands all the way up into my shoulder. So there's certain games I can't play. And yeah, so fighting games are off my list, and fucking Crackdown 3.
Crackdown 3. Crackdown 3 was so tragic that it physically hurt Terry. What's up, Moby? I see you. What up, Moby? I see you. Care Bear, what's cracking? What's cracking? I see y'all. I see y'all. All right, well,
Last of Us 2 put me to sleep.
Here we go. Don't get Terry started. Don't get Terry started.
I thought it was fantastic, but I mean, it is what it
Game
is.
was a snooze fest. Nothing but barely any fights, and then like the storyline was like fucking high school love triangle drama shit, and it was just like, you know, that game sucks, man. I'm sorry.
So she was drooling on her desk. All right, well, welcome, Terry. Glad you're here. Next up, we got Big Mike. Oh, what's up, man? How you doing? It looks like you're floating. It looks like on your camera looks like you're floating a little bit, like the bottom half is.
I might be. I don't know.
Your chair got rendered out.
Yeah, your chair got rendered out.
That's all good. That's good then. That's what we need to do. What am I doing? I've been, trying to,
It's just proof he has nothing below the waist.
I've been dealing with my mental issues lately and trying to stay healthy and been playing some games here and there.
All right.
Been playing Mafia Remake. A lot of fun. Game's actually fucking beautiful. I've been playing it on the PlayStation. Thanks to GameFly. I got GameFly again. Mm-hmm. And I've been playing it. And I last night dove into Ghost of Tsushima Legends with Dave and put some time into it. That game looks fucking beautiful. Legends does. I think Sucker Punch outdid themselves, man. I mean, we're going to talk about it.
Damn, I want to fucking play that shit, man.
Dude, Dave, you said your name like somebody that goes, Danny, be so fucking jealous of this shit right here.
I am a little bit. I do want to fucking play it. I ain't gonna lie. Motherfuckers say that men don't admit shit. I admit it. I'm a little jealous. I want to fucking play it. You know what I'm saying?
Get yourself a PS5 next year, and you can play with us, man.
Hashtag PC, but I got you. I hear you, man.
I like my PC just as much as you do, man. But I mean, it's nice to have options, so you can play options.
That's true. Daddy, don't buy that bullshit. He's frozen. That's frozen. He already on the attack. Well, welcome, Big Mike, man. I hope you will do better throughout the weekend and all that shit, man. We're gonna get it popping. Maybe tonight I'll make you feel better with my pain.
There you go.
he said, there you go. This motherfucker hyped for me to fail.
As of right now, I mean, we're frozen as of right now. There might be not a reason for you to own a PlayStation 5, but, I mean, there could be one for Danny, because, I mean, he's missed out on some, fantastic games on PlayStation 4, because he doesn't have one.
That's true. So I could play a lot of catch up, and all those games that are supported are all the ones that I missed. They are supported for the up 60 FPS and all that shit. I'm definitely going to give it a try if I do get a PS5. That's for sure. All right, well, welcome, Big Mike. Next up, we got Dave D, aka Wesley Pipes, aka Mr. No Game / No Cam. What's up, man? How are you doing? And what you been playing this week?
I have been playing, of course, Genshin Impact or Gotcha Impact. And then also me and Big Mike played that Ghost of Tsushima Legends. Dude, that's serious business.
Motherfuckers put on their pony hats and got together and touched tips.
It's not even about pony hats. It's just, when something is good. When something is good, something is good. That's just period.
I ain't gonna lie, Dave. Don't be mad at me. I went on with you after you dipped.
Hey, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I had to take my ass to bed. I
didn't do any more story. I didn't do any more story. As I didn't do any story missions. I just continued doing some more of those survivalist missions.
Oh, the survival. Oh, okay.
Dude, I got 2 purple items right now.
Oh shit, you doing it big time. Hell yeah.
What's the rumor? Big Mike touching tips? Yeah, Big Mike touch a lot of tips.
There you go. Hashtag tip toucher here.
Tip toucher. He got like a cursive font of 2 T's tattooed on his back for tip toucher.
Right. Put it out there. Flip that shit. I'm the tip toucher.
Oh, thank you, Matt, man, for the host. I appreciate you, fam.
Sorry,
I appreciate
Terry.
you.
It actually went devolved again.
What the fuck? Anyway, Frozen says Horizon coming to PC was a rumor at first also. Well, that's true. And Horizon, the second one, is coming to PC too.
Hold on real quick. Yo, thank you for the host there, Matt Krasker.
I already said it.
Fleshy.
I already said it.
So I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you.
I said, yo, Matt, thank you for the...
He's the only one talking. How do you
Hot drop pie. Thank you for the host. I appreciate you.
I was still focused on the tip touching.
Well, yeah, he was.
Wow.
He was. He thought about it. He's like, damn, I remember when I used to be the most prolific tip toucher. He's thinking about back in the day. Anyway, what's up, everybody? I'm Dan the Man. I'm the host here at the platform, and I've also been playing some Gacha Impact. I am also one boss away from beating Neon Abyss. And I'm playing Raji, an ancient epic, which is super fucking amazing. It is definitely refreshing to see another nationality covered, within a game, because, it's more like the Indian culture. And it is pretty fucking dope. 60 FPS, looks beautiful. The combat is great. It's almost like God of War kind. It's like God of War mixed with Prince of Persia, if I can give you that. Ooh. Yeah, so it is pretty fucking dope. And it just came out, I think, yesterday or day before yesterday. So I've been playing those, and then on my phone they say real gamers don't game on their phones, but that's bullshit. So I've been playing Lord of Heroes, and I've been playing Drift Park, which is some absolute garbage, but sometimes some garbage ass shit will hook you, and it's like I like some of the gameplay stuff in it, but I in my hearts of heart I know it's trash. But it's somehow it's got me hooked, but it's trash for sure. All right, so yeah, let's get into it. Of course, we're talking user interfaces today, and I know Terry is ecstatic. Why? I see. Look! I see the hype on your faces about this topic. I need you to calm down. I need you to calm down. Bring it back. I know you're at orgasmic levels, but let's get into it. So, PlayStation 5 showed off their user interface. I think they're calling it UX or something like that. But I mean, it's all these buzzwords and shit. It's like it's user interface. Putting an X in front of it sounds like you support Xbox. So I don't know what the fuck that is, but I think they're calling it UX. And I want to pull this up for you guys because there was a video that showcased everything. And let's see, we can check this shit out. I know people are like, why? But it became a big ass fucking thing on like Twitter and shit for some fucking reason. I don't know why, but I guess people are kind of, like you said, the movie Idiocracy, but we'll find out. Let's go ahead and check.
That shit's becoming a reality, man. We're in that movie right now.
Well, here we go. Let's check out some of this shit. I guess there was like a whole, it's like 11 minutes, but we're going to skip through it.
And I head up PlayStation's platform planning and management team, which includes product and UX design. Today, we are finally going to give you a look at the PlayStation 5 user experience. We will see some of the features that enable games to work together with the hardware network to deliver
I already want to lay down.
Generation experience. Our vision for a PS5 user experience is simple. We believe that your playtime is valuable and should be meaningful. PlayStation team members from all around the world work to deliver a PS5 experience.
I mean, it looks clean, but
the player connecting you with a great.
What up, Kronos? What up?
With a look and feel that's designed for 4K TVs, the PS5 user experience was built from the ground up.
So it looks terrible. Those cards will take a while.
Complementing the transformative games coming with this new generation.
Darren got banned from Facebook. Oh shit!
Pre-production environment on the PS5 console, so there may be a few small wrinkles or minor changes once the console launches in November.
Frozen said, Mike, what happened to Miles Morales 4K 60 FPS with ray tracing? It turns out you need to play at 4K 30 to have ray tracing on. How you feel about that, Mike?
Thanks, Nishino-san. Welcome
Don't
to your
care.
new
Doesn't bother
PlayStation 5. This time, we started up from rest mode. We've already created an account and signed into PlayStation Network, so let's log in.
Thank you, Hot Drop, for leaving the tab open. I appreciate
you.
you.
His icon doesn't fill the circle.
In this case, I've resumed right where I left off in Sideboard of the Adventure. And here, we're looking at PlayStation 5's Control Center. From here, it's one click and we're right back into the game, but let's take a moment and look around. The Control Center is always one tap of the PlayStation button away. It provides immediate access to almost everything you need from the system.
Kind of looks like, I mean, it's like Xbox and shit is all the same. Like, I also have the Xbox UI walkthrough too. And I'm gonna be honest, it's like, okay, you know, like
It has all those big little window tabs on there.
they got the icons at the top, but it's like,
and the system in a variety of ways.
all right.
First, as we've just resumed, the Control Center is showing a special card that allows me to get up to date on recent stories posted by publishers for games I am following.
Yeah, I watched. I think this video is 12 minutes long.
Yeah, I'm skipping through it. I'm not going to watch the whole thing in entirety. Thank you, Matt. Man, have a great show, family. Forget UI this and UI that. I'm itching for that RTX 3070. Facts. Hashtag PC. You already know.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Part of the plan to remove barriers to gameplay.
What up, Star Lord? I see you. I see you, fam.
A big adventure. With the tap of the PlayStation button, I'm back to
I said this on RGT podcast as well. I mean, it looks nice, it's fancy,
things to discover, and
it's 4K, whoop-de-doo, and it's HDR. I mean, but we're not going to be looking at the UI 24/7. I mean, you might get to see it, and then either boot up Disney Plus, or you might go boot up your Spider-Man Miles Morales. I mean, we're not going to be staring at this fucking UI all the time.
I feel like they kept it clean and simple.
Like I said, it's clean, and a couple things I did like is I seen that
Windows are definitely a page out of the Xbox.
I haven't met.
The Gaming Despair is Mad Mike playing naked again. Nope.
It says about 10 minutes left.
I saw people, talk about this. I mean, I like this option where that gives you like hints of are you close to a trophy or an achievement. But Xbox was doing this all past again.
Xbox had that already, so like I said, they're taking a page out of Xbox's book, man.
Let's open that.
I saw that and I was like, I mean, Xbox is doing that as well, but I mean, it's a cool feature. I mean, it's about time they finally added that to the PlayStation.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind, seeing,
Yeah, one of the nice things that Xbox has that you probably can do now with PS5 is you'll find the achievement you're tracking, and you can lock it on your HUD, so that as you're playing the game, you can see what you're doing on it.
They also made it available where like you can click on it and it'll take you to how the person got the trophy, a YouTube video, and gives you how to get it and what you got to do. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, Xbox
like I said,
has been.
That's what I said. But I mean, Xbox was doing that.
Yeah,
so they took that from Xbox for real?
Yeah, I mean,
Xbox had all of that already for Xbox One. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it doesn't matter. That's
why. David's hat got tight. Oh shit.
I know, Star-Lord. That's what I'm saying.
This looks amazing, Star-Lord. That means they love the Xbox UI. Oh my god!
Terry is on it.
People were drooling over UI, and I was like, they're like, oh god, Xbox's UI is trash because they're still using the old UI from it. It's going to be on Xbox, and it's not 4K and HDR. I'm like, gives a fuck.
Who gives a fuck, man?
It will be it.
But They're like, but the Xbox UI is going to be 1080p. I'm like, okay, who cares?
I mean, and listen, I'm not going to be like, you know what? That UI is not next gen enough. There's nothing about the UI that's going to make me feel like I shouldn't buy it or I should buy it. UI is just an opportunity to click go to the game. Who gives a damn about the UI?
Right.
Terry,
people need it.
But Frozen, see what they did though is the Series X
what up,
UI
Short?
is different from the Xbox One UI. The only thing is they released it early for Xbox One so everybody could get used to the new layout, so that way when they jump to the next console, it's not like that hard swap like it was from 360 to Xbox One. It was like a hard adjustment to get used to it because it was so different. Whereas PS3 to the PS4 was different, but it wasn't like that huge difference that 360 was to Xbox One. So I feel like they're just slowly integrating us into it, so we don't have that hard leap to try to learn a whole new freaking thing all over again, which I like. So they can argue that it's not different, but technically it is. We just got it early.
Right.
So we're already getting used to it.
So it's time to say goodbye to Sackboy.
Desktop UI is always undefeated. Listen, because it's a computer, so it's doing this times a trillion. Like it doesn't matter. It's already doing. It's a thing. Like it's not even a thing. Like you don't have to have this. You can just like click on this shit. Like I don't know. It's just hard to compare the two.
Another thing I liked,
Steam has a UI with their stuff if you want to do like big picture mode or whatever, and that's just a mess.
Let's zip ahead so we
Yeah, that's just a mess. But go ahead.
Another thing they touched upon that it piqued my interest is they showed how it's easy to share pictures and video clips that you make on the PS5, like you can also do on the Xbox. They showed that how easy and simple it was. The thing that I did ask, I even asked on the PlayStation YouTube channel as well, and I even asked Ryan. I said I wouldn't mind. They only showed it. They only showed you can link right now with Twitter, but I would like where it gives you the option to post your pictures or even game stream to get Facebook gaming, easier to Twitch, maybe even Instagram.
Instagram, hell yeah. TikTok, whatever.
Everybody's using their socials anymore. Post pictures, video clips. That'd be awesome if they link that into the PS5.
It's Frozen says, see Terry, laugh it out loud. Here comes the photo mode gamers.
Because Frozen knows I don't give a fuck about photo mode.
I know. But I mean, as of right now, you can't post a picture to Facebook with PlayStation 4 because they took that away because supposedly the contract ran out.
Okay.
Xbox still has it. I don't use it.
And the new Xbox UI is available today, right? Like you can get the new.
It was available yesterday. I already had it yesterday.
Okay. All right. Is it clean enough for you, Terry? Is your...
Yeah, it's clean. It's fine. But like I said, the whole argument that Frozen brought up earlier, I feel like it isn't really an argument because it is a different UI. Because if you look at what Xbox One looked like when it came out compared to the new one that's coming out for the Series X, they are really different. It's just we've been slowly getting the stuff early and integrating into it, that the changes have been so slight that it doesn't seem like it's new when it really is.
Well, that's true. Frozen says, I wonder if PS5 is removing YouTube streaming because of Google. Could be, I mean, it really could be. We'll see. I
mean, as right now, I can still stream to YouTube and Twitch with my PS4, so maybe not.
My concern is right now where they have the video, you can see all your little tabs.
Mm-hmm. What up, worse?
Personally, I like how that looks. It's really clean. But the issue is I'm worried that those might be too small. Depending on the size of your monitor or TV, some people might struggle with seeing those, So that would be a concern.
I mean, this shit is just so like.
This is what I was talking about. I mean,
Mike already has a hard time seeing like large ass shit on his TV. Imagine seeing those little icons. He's not gonna know if he's clicking.
But what the fuck am I playing? You know what I'm saying?
Or he's clicking on Facebook.
What up, worse?
He won't tell the difference.
But this is something that here I was just talking about, where he's about to share a photo and stuff. Like, if you go share a photo now with the PlayStation 4, it's a fucking job, because you gotta minimize your game, and go to the share factory or where the picture is, and you have to go take yourself out of the game, then upload the picture to Twitter, Instagram, whatever, and all that. Whereas with this, now you can just push on the PlayStation thing, it'll bring up a picture right when you took it, and you just share it. You don't have to take yourself out of the game. So I thought that was kind of flashy.
Not flashy. They took it from Xbox.
Like I said, I mean, yes, I told you they took it from Xbox.
They took all of that from Xbox. The only thing they did is when it came to the actual layout on their dashboard, it still has that PlayStation UI look with the small little tabs that scroll across the side. Mm-hmm. That's all it is. But when it comes to the key features that they're showcasing, all of that they took from Xbox.
It's just
But in the end, it doesn't matter.
It was fucking trending.
How you navigate through a fucking folder, like who gives a shit?
It was trending, Terry. Can you believe that? It was fucking trending on Twitter. Like,
it was actually the number one trending video on YouTube.
I could not fucking believe that. I'm like, what? I'm like, is this real life?
Frozen says, say bye-bye to themes. I don't think so.
No, themes will still be there. Themes will still be there.
The way that looks, but making the tiles smaller, that gives you more focus on your background, so they could actually do more with their creativity to where you could actually see your back. Because like right now with my theme, the tiles cover up my picture. I have to scroll all the way to the end so the tiles go away so I can see my actual picture. So I feel like this might address to have the tiles small on top, so that way your image
right, so you can see the full, you can see the beautiful image that you have and shit. Yeah. So I don't know.
I don't think they're going to get rid of themes. I think this is going to enhance those themes.
Yeah,
that's an issue that Xbox has. Is they try to do backgrounds and stuff. Like you can put whatever you want on your background, your Xbox. You can just upload and throw it on. But the tiles are so fucking huge, it covers up your background anyway. So there's no point.
Right. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, dudes was super motherfucking moist about it. And and I'm like, why? It's literally a nothing thing. It's just like, okay, I boot my fucking PlayStation up and I'm instantly in the game. Like, you probably will never fucking fuck around with it for long at all. So you won't really see the difference. It's not like you'll really really see the difference. Like, oh god, this shit is 4K.
They're just nitpicking little shit. It's like you're literally gonna boot your game up, and then some of you might even have the option turned on to where it just plays the game as soon as for those of you that are going for the disc route. As soon as you pop your disc in, it's gonna play your game instantly if you keep that option on. So why do you give a shit what you gotta click on? You're not clicking on anything anyway. So
I know, it's like I know when you say it out loud, it literally sounds like what David was talking about earlier, idiocracy. It's like you hear people, you hear it loud. It's like, you guys get it. It's a nothing issue. It's UI. Look, I hope you enjoy your PS5s. I hope you enjoy your Series X's.
Yeah, or they're gonna turn on their PS5. The first tile that's highlighted is going to be the most recent game you played. So you're literally going to turn it on, you're going to press X, and that's it. How much time are you looking at it?
I don't know. Motherfuckers are saying Big Mike might go to photo mode with the UI. I don't know. It's
he might. I wouldn't put it past him. Every time he'll get a new theme, he'll be like, I got to showcase this damn screenshot.
You get a notification. You get a notification on Twitter from Big Mike, and you look at it, he says, he shared a photo, and it's the UI. You're like,
these are this week's 5 most recent play games on my titles right here.
There you go.
Says Mike gonna take photos of Miles Morales' shoe size. Ooh, don't get me started on Miles Morales' shoes, because we're in. That's my final round. So you guys.
I'm tagging in on that with you, Danny.
All right. Yep. I welcome the tag teamage. So we're definitely gonna get into that shit. Oh! Me and Terry both bringing the heat. We already started pre-call. Yeah. But we saving it.
Once in a lifetime opportunity, you're gonna get a Danny and Cool Cat Rage final round. We're gonna tag team the same topic together.
And it's gonna be at 1080p, 60 FPS. Miles Morales' DLC is not an actual game. Here we go, Darren. I see you, man. I see what you're doing, Darren, man. I see what you're doing. You're not finna fuck it up. I know what you're doing, Darren. So that's really it. I mean, there's not really much else we can fucking say about the UI. It's, UX. So, you know, that's PlayStation's UX. If you guys enjoy that, you can find the video on fucking YouTube and stare at it even longer if you want, you know. But let's get into, enough about UI. Let's get into some real shit. And now this is a triggering subject that actually could have huge ramifications as far as game industry. And that is Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer did an interview. Shit. Yeah, he did an interview recently, and I think it was on Kotaku, and they were talking about exclusivity. Now let me pull that up for you guys as well, so you can fucking check this out, because this was kind of.
People were reading into this like crazy. But
is Phil Spencer's words do kind of ring a little loud, because he sounds kind of like, "What the fuck you mean that we can't make this money?" That's kind of like the tone he had. It was like, you know, well, let's get into it here. Let me pull this up for you guys so you can see it. Because we know we deal in facts here, so I just want to make sure you guys see the article. So on PC Gamer, they reported about Kotaku's interview with Phil Spencer, and he basically said Xbox could recoup the $7.5 billion Bethesda purchase without putting games on PlayStation, and that was a real quote. You know, from Phil Spencer. He basically was saying that, yeah, we really could. We don't need PlayStation to make back that investment. You know what I'm saying? Like, that. This is kind of a crazy thing.
But at the same time, though, he doesn't even need to sell any of the games at all to make back that investment, because people don't understand that $7.5 billion that they used to buy it was just pure profit, because Microsoft can make $4 billion of profit in a month.
Now, well, that's true.
They literally could just buy all that shit and be like, you know what, fuck Sony, we're just not going to sell any games. We're just going to buy it so you can't have it, not sell any, and they would still be fine. They wouldn't lose any money. That's the thing. They're not going to do that because they're not fucking petty like that. But I mean, I'm just saying, they don't need to sell the games to make that money back, because Microsoft's just so fucking huge anyway.
He said when asked if the company would be able to recoup the $7.5 billion it spent on the acquisition without selling Elder Scrolls 6 on PlayStation consoles, Spencer said flat out, yes. I don't want to be flip about that, he continued. This deal was not done to take games away from other player base like that. Nowhere in the documentation that we put together was, how do we keep the other players from playing these games? We want more people to be able to play games, not fewer people to be able to go and play games. But then he also says this is what's the telling part here, because he doesn't name drop anything else but stuff that is Microsoft specific. He said, but I'll also say in the model, I'm just answering directly the question that you had. When I think about where people are going to play and the number of devices that we had, and we have xCloud, PC, and Game Pass, and our console base. See, he name dropped like 4 or 5 different things that had nothing to do with anything like Nintendo or Sony. You know, so it's
because he's answering the question. They said,
I know.
They asked him if they could recoup the money without PlayStation. He's like, yeah, with these things here that he dropped, yeah, we could easily make that money.
Right. But
he's
this is
answering the question.
I feel like
saying that they're going to do that.
He might though. That's the thing. Like he's really.
I mean,
because look,
I think he was.
I think he might actually. I think he might actually though, because he says I don't have to ship those games on any other. He says I don't have to ship those games on any other platform other than the platforms that we support in order to kind of make the deal work for us, whatever that means. And so what the fuck does that really mean? Like he was so kind of coy with his phrasing. And usually
it's really coy. He's flat out saying, hey, we don't need to sell it there to get our money back. Whether we choose to do so or not, you know, it doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt us either way. That's all he's saying.
I mean, I'm all for if he wants to make it exclusive. I mean, let them do it. I mean, because they actually need some good exclusives.
He can make it exclusive if he wants to, and then
that's what I'm saying.
And I'm fine with it. I mean, Sony people have been touting how exclusives matter, so let them have some exclusives.
Right. Exactly.
And if he decides to share his stuff, like, because Microsoft is all about play anywhere and gaming for everyone and all that shit.
Right.
If they decide to continue sharing the stuff, then let them share it. I mean, they had. Yep. Can't remember what was that most recent first party game Microsoft came out with that they shared with everybody.
Which one?
I can't remember what it was. They recently had a game that was first party Xbox, and they let everybody play it.
I don't know. It could be like maybe Ori or something. I can't remember which one it was.
No, not Ori. Was it Battletoads or something? I don't know. They had
Battletoads definitely.
They had a first party that PlayStation could have got access to as well. Whereas freaking PlayStation doesn't share their first party.
Oh, Cuphead. It's Cuphead. Thank you, Frozen. Yeah, it was Cuphead. Cuphead. It was an Xbox exclusive. And then it moved to other platforms. Yeah.
It first moved to
that
Switch.
That was one too. But they had a more recent one that came out this year. That was first
I can't
party
think of
for
it.
them, but it was on PlayStation as well. Because like I said, they're all about sharing their shit. They don't give a fuck where you play.
I know it wasn't Battletoads. Battletoads ain't on PlayStation.
Yeah, remember AJ said he signed that blood oath. Remember he said he signed. He said he did that in 2013.
It was something. Like I said, I don't remember what the game was, but I do remember there was a game that came out this year. Maybe it was end of last year.
Maybe you're thinking Outer Worlds because I know it was on everything.
Yeah, Outer Worlds was on everything. Yeah, because I think it was Xbox.
That could be it because
PC first. It was Xbox PC first, right? And then it went to PlayStation, right? I think.
Right. The Outer Worlds was on everything.
Yeah, they share their stuff. Sony doesn't do that. They lock their IPs in. So
right.
Yeah.
Now Outer Worlds 2, it might be exclusive. It might not. We'll see.
Yeah.
The reason why Outer Worlds was, wasn't exclusive was because they bought it before, it was a thing.
Diddy said, "What is that background you have there?" Well, it's Megan Thee Stallion because I can bite it. I love Megan Thee Stallion is popping out of control, and she's all natural. So I'm just showing some love. Go ahead, Big Mike.
I mean, I'm all for like I said, I'm all for the making it exclusive
and fulfilling stereotypes, but it's okay.
What up, Struggle? Yeah, I'm all for them making it exclusive because they need some good exclusive games. And my thing is, I know everybody's cheering for Microsoft acquired Bethesda, but my thing is, I even asked Lord Cognito from the Iron Lord podcast, are we going to give them the pass? Because Microsoft purchased them, and we're just going to forget everything what Bethesda did, with Fallout 76 and their business practices, or are we going to
Oh hell no! I'm still holding.
Or are we going to hold them accountable for it and see if they can fix their shit before?
Bethesda's still Bethesda.
What up, Struggle?
Bethesda's still Bethesda. The only difference is now they have more funding from Microsoft. That doesn't change the fact that Bethesda is still gonna be, lazy fucks that are gonna depend on their modding community to fix their own games for them.
Right. That's my thing. I mean, yes, they're going to get more funding, hopefully. Since
we'll get more funding. But I just expect them to waste it somewhere.
I think they're gonna force. I think they're gonna force Bethesda to start using like Obsidian's engine, because Obsidian's engine is new, so it's not that same old. Which is
what I'm excited about. The acquisition definitely is forcing them to use.
It's gonna be like, no, fuck you and this old ass engine.
That they were not gonna switch engines.
They wasn't. They wasn't. On that one. But Xbox is gonna be like, no, fuck you. You need to use this other engine because it it works well with our infrastructure. So fuck you.
You could not hold them accountable is if Microsoft was like, you know what? All of these people that worked here, you guys did a shitty job with the games in the past. We want a clean slate. They fucking got rid of them all and got all new people in there. And then fine. Then you really couldn't hold them accountable for the other people's mistakes. But
get rid of fucking Peter Hines and Todd Howard.
Frozen, I'm with you on that, man. Look, look, people are shitty with Bethesda. They may say they trash or whatever, but I mean, if you really think about it, Bethesda do have a lot of games that are really like top tier when it comes to popularity and people loving them.
Yeah, they're
games of the year games and shit.
That's because of the modding community.
Well, the mods do help, but the game itself, it has to have some type of following. You can't just be mods alone. It takes two. And honestly, Bethesda do release games, even if they are buggy as piss. They are fun still. I mean, you can't deny Skyrim. Skyrim is amazing, even though it is tragic. It's still amazing.
Fucking hours in Skyrim.
Yeah,
I love the Elder Scrolls. I love the Elder Scrolls series. I even said that. I'm not,
Well, I love Elder Scrolls. They've all been broken as,
broken as fuck.
Every single one
broken
of them.
as fuck.
Every single one of them
I
has
have
been super broken, but I still love Elder Scrolls.
Right.
Yeah,
I love Elder Scrolls series. I'm not a big fan of the Fallout series. I know some people love the Fallout series. Me, it's I'll play it.
Fallout. I like Fallout, but I'm not in love with it.
I like Fallout. I like
Elder
Fallout.
Scrolls, I love it. I sunk so many hours in Skyrim, so many hours in Morrowind and Oblivion. Love it. Big time. But I mean, like you said, Danny, those are top tier games. Those are big name games. Yes, for them.
Those make a lot of money.
They make a lot of money.
They make a ton of money.
But
There's a reason why they are able to resell Skyrim like 50 fucking times.
That was true though. It fucking ended. We don't want Skyrim on nothing else. Just stop.
Well, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Like Harry also said, they have mods and they expect, even though they know the game's going to be buggy, they expect the users.
It's free labor. It's free labor. They know the fans are so dedicated that the fans will do that shit for free. And
they're like, "Hey, we're going to ship this game out, even though it's going to be buggy as fuck."
They're like, "Yo, we can invest a couple $100 million in making this game good, or we could just slap it out there. Our mod people will have it fixed in like a week for free."
Struggle said motherfuckers cut the whole QA team. I said fuck QA, man. We just put the game out. Fuck it.
Exactly. Peter Huggins out there, Todd Howard's like, just slap the game out there, get it shipped.
Listen.
They know the mod community is so.
You can't deny the reach of Bethesda, and I know people want to downplay it just because of Xbox and all that. You cannot deny you can't deny the behemoth that is Bethesda.
I'll take Wolfenstein over Fallout any day. Like that shit's awesome.
Wolfenstein was fucked up and dope.
They're looking at you struggle like, we know you're a moderator struggle. Take care of us. Fix our game.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Struggle mod this mother. Listen, man, I need you to mod motherfucking Sinron for me, man. I need you to give me that nudity mod, man.
Like, make sure when I walk, my legs don't separate from my body next time. It's the fucking game.
Hey, out of all of that shit that everybody has, we all have stories of the bugginess of Bethesda. But when it's all said and done, we get hyped when we hear Skyrim. We get hyped when we hear Starfield and all of that shit.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? And if that shit is an exclusive, like if Phil says, you know what, I'm going to be Randy Pitchford today, and I'm going to make Skyrim and fucking because I think he actually confirmed Starfield is not coming to anything else. But Skyrim is still kind of fuzzy. This little comment that Phil made is kind of. It's kind of like a how dare you ask me that?
Starfield might become exclusive to Xbox just as a big dick move because Sony tried to buy the rights to that IP by itself.
Remember? Yeah.
In fact, Sony tried to buy that IP. So Microsoft might, be like, we're gonna make that one exclusive just to, put some salt in the wound.
Yep, because I'm telling you, this interview was kind of like a how dare you type interview. Like, why are you asking me this shit? Like, why are people concerned about this? Like, that's how the whole tone of the interview was. And I felt like maybe Phil didn't know that people on Twitter had a fucking meltdown about it. Maybe there were some things that he just really wasn't following because, he is a busy dude. If you like him or not, he's still a busy ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So there's some things he missed because he was acting kind of like, why are people pissed about this? Like, you know, like, why are people getting up in arms? I'm saying this, and it's like, you know how Phil sometimes when he say shit, he may mean one thing and it's a fucking another because he doesn't have a PR department. But it's still, you know, Phil, he put it out there. He basically said, yeah, we can fucking make the money. We don't need PlayStation. We don't need any other shit to do it.
It could also be, you know, it's clap back to, you know, making Final Fantasy 16, you know, exclusive to PlayStation 5.
Yeah, but isn't it coming out on PC?
I
thought it.
Final Fantasy 16 is not going to come to PC. It's going to be another timed exclusive.
Yeah, it's a timed exclusive, right? It's timed, but it's not an exclusive, not like an actual exclusive, not timed.
Right. Right. I mean, it could be a year, it could be 2 years. We don't know. It's just, you know, what Sony did. They're like, here's the money, Square, let's make it happen.
So, that's true.
So the motherfuckers can't be mad then. If Skyrim 6 is an Xbox exclusive or Xbox PC only and shit.
That's what Danny calls it, the Xbox.
No, he said Skyrim 6 instead of Elder Scrolls 6.
No. I think the article got me fucked up because it's.
You gotta take your life from that.
No, the article got me fucked up because it's listed as Skyrim 6.
Skyrim is 5.
Skyrim is 5. Yeah, right. So Elder Scrolls 6.
Where the fuck country they're following within Tamriel.
Right. Elder Scrolls 6. Excuse me. I know Terry's head is hurting.
Elder Scrolls 6. Elsewhere for all we know. All right.
Right.
So, no.
Right. Elder Scrolls 6. Elder Scrolls 6 will definitely be a. I think it might be. I think he might be just dickbaggish about it. Like I said, he might put on this Randy Pitchford hat and he might say, you know what? Fuck Sony, fuck Nintendo, I'm going to do this. Because they always say that Xbox don't have good exclusives. Well, how good is an exclusive is Elder Scrolls 6 going to be? You know what I'm saying? That would be a fucking huge. Yeah, you know how.
There's a reason why the Sony ponies are upset right now.
And think about it, Fallout exclusive to Xbox. That's 2 huge fucking exclusive. And Bethesda doesn't just do those type of games. They're publishers. They own all of that currently. All of the stuff that they publish, all of the stuff that they develop. It's not just those 2. So people are focusing on that. But Bethesda got a ton of games that are out there, and even the.
I mean, how many billions of dollars has Bethesda already made? Man, people need to get a grip. Bethesda is massive.
So when Phil says, and look, listen, I'm not an Xbox champion, so don't get me wrong. I'm not an Xbox champion. I'm not a PlayStation. I actually made on PC. I'm a PC guy. But when it's all said and done, that will be fucking huge if that happens. That argument will be kind of thrown out the window when it comes to people saying, well, what are the fucking exclusives for Xbox? Well, if Phil really does the damn thing and say, fuck you, then they got about 30 exclusives. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I don't think Phil's going to do that.
I don't think he'll make Elder Scrolls exclusive.
Yeah, I don't think he'll make Elder Scrolls exclusive.
He do it if he wants, and if he does it, you know, I'm not gonna. I have no problem with it.
Because aren't they making Avowed? Isn't Obsidian making Avowed? So it would kind of be like competition in their own platform. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know if Elder Scrolls, but I know Starfield is for sure.
What they could do is they could make Elder Scrolls exclusive because that's the big money maker, and then make Avowed cross-platform. They could do that.
They could do that.
Worlds was cross-platform.
They could do that. Yeah.
That's true. Do that. Give the Sony people the knockoff.
Actually, I think Avowed might be better than fucking Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh, it could be, but it doesn't change the fact that it's the knockoff. Even if it is better, it's still the knockoff.
Terry,
it's going to play better because I mean, even though it's going to be a knockoff, it's going to play better, and it's not going to be.
We don't know. Elder Scrolls 6 might actually be good because they're actually getting a new engine for a change, so it might actually be good this time. Maybe.
Frozen. I don't know what you mean by, you know, Final Fantasy games don't sell well on PlayStation.
No, the Final Fantasy sell great on PlayStation. Sell actually the best on fucking PlayStation.
I was like, they sell pretty fucking hot on the PlayStation. One, because, you know, Final Fantasy VII Remake made like $5 million or whatever in like 2 months or 3 months or what it was. I mean, it was up there for sales.
But it's just hilarious because you always hear the fanboys for Sony touting exclusives.
Right.
We got this, we got that. You don't have any of this. Ha ha ha.
Right.
Oh, now you might get this exclusive. No, that's bad for gamers. You can't have those exclusives.
I've seen that argument too. Unfortunately, Terry, I've seen that. I was like,
Frozen. You can say what you want, Frozen. There's also.
Ridiculous.
I mean, you can say what you want there, Frozen. So you're trying to be a peasant. I mean,
damn.
Xbox also puts the games in bargain bins as well. Xbox also has games in bargain bins as well, man. You just can't say
Big Mike.
Yeah, but usually the
Big Mike called him a
big
peasant.
titles don't go in a bargain bin that quick. Usually, some of them do. They're like Tomb Raider and whatnot.
Right.
Some of them do, but.
I can tell you, Ubisoft is not being purchased by Xbox. That's not going down.
I don't see that happening. I saw that rumor. Everybody's like saying. I saw that rumor on Twitter that everybody said that Xbox is buying.
That would be fucking like that would be a bigger acquisition than fucking
Bethesda.
I think. Look, I'm telling you, if they're now, Xbox bought Ubisoft or acquired it. I'm telling you, Terry's gonna go run outside naked. With her
purple hair and shit, bro.
Like that would be bigger. That would be fucking ZeniMax.
Terry would lose her shit if Xbox acquired Ubisoft because she loves Ubisoft.
Oh, I do love it. And their games are just as fucking broken as Bethesda's. But you know what? It's still fun as hell.
That's true, and it would actually fuck Sony over quite a bit. It would, because there's a lot of games they would be missing. They would have to.
Yeah, because imagine the Sony people. Now you would no longer have any of the Assassin's Creeds. You wouldn't have Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs, all that would be gone.
Yeah. If they bought it, they could. Let's see here. If Immortals Phoenix Rising becomes really good, if that game gets a sequel, they could lose that.
They could lose it.
You know?
But listen, then it's not fucking going down.
Siege. Rainbow Six Siege is fucking a huge ass game even still today.
Nope.
They would lose that.
Right.
Anything Ghost Recon wise, they would lose. Like there's some big fucking titles that they would lose, and that would make a lot of grown men cry. Okay?
Frozen said Animal Crossing sold $22 million at $60, but Final Fantasy VII Remake sold $13 million at a discount. Who made more money, Mike? Well, listen, I'm gonna answer that for you. Hold on, Mike. I'm gonna answer that for you. Listen, Nintendo's install base is so big right now that it's like you can't. I can't even understand it myself. So, and especially even with this, with the issues with COVID and all that stuff, people had a lot of time. And Animal Crossing became kind of a phenomenon behind that. Even though it was always popular, I think just in 2020 it did something that no other game did for a long time.
Look at your Genshin Impact. Imagine if Genshin Impact wasn't on PlayStation 4 and it was a Nintendo game. And it did just as well. It would be the same situation.
It'd be the same situation. So, but look, Final Fantasy VII sold $13 million, even if it was at a discount, dude. It still sold amazingly well. It sold 13 million motherfucking copies, man. Like even at a discount, that's still insane.
It's insane. And plus, I even said they're Frozen. Square Enix said that it even outsold the original Final Fantasy VII. So that's fucking insane.
That's true, and now you are right, Frozen. They do have 100 million.
That's just one part, though. That's just
one part. You have to
part.
keep in mind, though, too, that's a niche too.
Yeah.
When it comes to Animal Crossing Nintendo, Animal Crossing is geared towards the core audience of Nintendo, which is family and kids. So majority of their base is going to play a game.
Everybody could play it. It wasn't just a specific person that could. Everybody could play it.
Final Fantasy is geared towards a certain type of fan. Not everybody who has a PlayStation is a Final Fantasy fan. So they're not appealing to their whole base.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot, though. They do have a big fan.
Nintendo base. Everybody who has a Switch pretty much owns Animal Crossing.
That's true. I mean, Animal Crossing is still selling right now. It's still selling like hotcakes right now.
Final Fantasy is a big fucking franchise. It is, but no, not everybody's a Final Fantasy fan. I'm sure it's right now.
Frozen. That was actually I saw that article. Frozen. That was actually proven to be false. They did not cancel the DLC because of poor sales. That was actually a rumor
false.
that was actually proven to be false. The reason why they stopped the DLC was because they were forced to get that game running on PlayStation 5. So what they wanted to do was they wanted to switch all of the, their manpower over to getting it on PlayStation 5, where you can have it upscaled and all that shit. That was one of the reasons why they didn't do the DLC. The other reason was that I guess it wasn't working well. Something with the DLC was causing some issues with the main core of the game, so they just decided to change.
Anyways, was meh.
Yeah, so they just decided to change that narrative for that. Plus, Final Fantasy 15 sold amazing on PC. And the modding community, the modding community made it a whole different game. So you might actually like it better, Terry. Get it on PC because they probably fixed them. I know she ain't never fucking touching it, but maybe you can mod out the fishing.
I can't get into Final Fantasy. Like, the characters don't interest me.
It's not going to get canceled, Frozen. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to get canceled. Final Fantasy.
It's not. It's sold too well, dude. It's not fucking getting canceled, dude. Final Fantasy was so... Listen, Frozen, I'm with you all the time, man. I know we PC guys, man, but come on, man. That's not true, dude. They got that shit planned out, already sold, money's already accounted for.
Fine.
Yeah, that shit's coming out.
Frozen, when Square made the announcement, just the announcement, they haven't even started making the game yet. When they just made the announcement at E3, like fucking, what was it, like 7+ years ago, when they made the announcement that they were going to do the remake of Final Fantasy VII, their fucking stocks went up.
Yeah.
They didn't even start making the game. They just said, hey, we got this idea. What do you guys think? Everyone, literally, their stocks went up. They're fucking fine.
They're fine.
They're not broke. They're not hurting for money.
Yeah, that was. I saw that report too, and I researched it, and that's some bullshit.
Making that announcement got them more investors.
They did, and they did, and
speaking about money, even speaking about money on Square Enix, it was I know Frozen will comment this also. Avengers. It was the top selling fucking game on the NPD this month.
I know. Can you believe it?
That's not saying much because we really didn't have any.
I know that's true.
I mean, still,
we had shit for game. We had shit for game releases though. So I mean, that's not saying.
It's struggling like a motherfucker, dude. It's like even though it's sold, it just dropped in player base. Like
it sold well. They're Frozen.
It did sell well, but it's dead though. It's dead as fuck. It did do better than Predator because Predator died instantly. But Avengers still kind of, but I think it's down to like 8,000 players.
I remember about how hype people got for Predator Hunting Grounds, and it was a PlayStation exclusive, and that game fucking tanked.
That shit was garbage. You know what I'm saying? That was garbage on PC too, though. It was pretty tragic.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I like the story of Marvel Avengers, but the game's like super spooky for art design and characters. I'm like,
dude. Hulk to me is the most blasphemous character in the game because he gets wrecked by dudes who are like 5 times smaller than he is with beams, and I'm like, I get it, dude. But you should make him a little fucking strong.
I mean, you gotta understand why they did it.
Dude, listen, they need to make him a little stronger. Goddamn, he's like the same levels as Captain America in this bitch. He should be tanky. He's not even fucking tanky. He's just as squishy as fucking Shazam bitch or whatever the fuck her name is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
Captain Marvel.
I do get it. You want to have a balance so that way people use all the characters.
Yeah. But he should be stronger though than he is.
If you make him stronger than the other characters, there's no reason to use any other.
But that would listen.
Use fucking Hulk.
Because then you're creating a meta character, and that's bad.
Then have more diverse enemies that take care of that problem. See, they went the lazy way. They said, "Fuck it, let's make everybody the same strength," instead of actually having characters that are thoughtfully designed to counter that. That's my problem. That's what I'm saying. It's an easy problem to fix. You have to just put time into it. So yeah, it didn't work out. It's like Hulk jumps and gets shot out the air and he's dead. Like what? That shit never fucking happened.
Spider-Man ain't coming out till next year on the Avengers. There, Frozen. I think the first 2 DLC characters we're getting for Marvel Avengers is
Black Panther, right?
Hawkeye. No, it's Hawkeye and his daughter.
Yeah, Hawkeye and his daughter. That's right. That's who's first coming out this year.
That's super mad. That's super mad as fuck.
then I think they're going to be releasing Black Panther.
Because I know Black Panther is planned, and then Spider-Man for PlayStation. But who's gonna be playing? Who's gonna be playing it, man? Like Terry, you might be right. Nobody's fucking playing.
I said
nobody's fucking
everybody was
playing.
bragging. Oh yeah, we're getting Spider-Man on PlayStation. Oh yeah, you guys suck it. I'm like, why are you bragging? That game's gonna be dead before that character even comes.
You ain't lying. You called that one. You did call that one. It's dead on all platforms. Really, like it's dead as fuck.
I said that game will be dead, and within 3 months. No one's going to be playing that shitty game. And then maybe when that Spider-Man drops, everyone's going to go back for a little bit, play it, and then within a week or two, it'll be dead again.
Well, they probably will get on to play Spider-Man. That will be true. Yeah, but how long will that last,
They're going to get on. They're going to get back on for Spider-Man. But like I said, within 2 weeks after they're done playing with him, that game will be dead again.
This will be like, damn, you can't queue up for a multiplayer shit because only 8 people are playing. So, you just got... Remember that?
That is true there, Frozen.
But then you'll have the issue where you're going to want to play that, and everyone's going to want Spider-Man.
Thank you for the biddies. Appreciate you.
Everyone's going to want to play as Spider-Man, and that's going to be boring as shit.
Mm-hmm.
And
like Frozen said, that is true. That the next gen upgrade for Marvel Avengers has been delayed till next year because they're having issues.
It's literally garbage, and that shit's going to be like Terry said. It's going to be hype for them 2 weeks because Spider-Man might be dope in the game, but then what else can you do? And it's going to drop dramatically.
For me, it's made by Crystal Dynamics, which is partnered to Square Enix. They've never made, the best of games.
No, motherfucking, what you talking about, dude? You're tripping, man.
Yeah, I know. I know you triggered that game. I don't care.
What?
But their games have been, super buggy as fuck as well.
Are you serious, dude? Man, motherfucking Tomb Raider is so goddamn good, man. You tripping, dog.
No.
You tripping, man.
What? Tomb Raider.
Dude, Tomb Raider was so fucking dope, man. What are you talking about? Yeah, Mike capping like a motherfucker, man.
Oh, my God.
No, it wasn't.
Mike capping, man.
Oh my God! When I played that game, I was fucking going. I was fangirl. I don't fangirl. I fangirl.
He said fangirl.
You fucking fangirl.
Because the game was so fucking awesome. I played the other fucking Tomb Raiders and I didn't fangirl when those came out.
Yeah,
this
you did.
one looked so fucking good.
No, it didn't.
And they shit out of me when that eel popped out and fucking drowned my ass. She was real.
She won't let me talk. Like I said, animations were all as fuck, and they were fucking, wonky as fuck as well. People even pointed it out in videos how bad it was.
I didn't see.
Uncharted.
Well, yeah, that's.
I'm just saying, but it was fucking wonky as fuck.
Uncharted is always fucking wonky as fuck too, but people don't ever want to call Uncharted out.
Well, you did, Terry. Remember that video you did where you compared all the. That was one of the best videos I've seen. That was good.
Come on.
Mike couldn't spam Tomb Raider, so he couldn't.
Better. People act like Uncharted is fucking god tier fucking gaming, and that shit.
You gotta take off. You gotta take off the beer goggles sometimes, Terry.
No, you're wrong, dude. I agree with Terry, man. Dude, fucking Tomb Raider got fucking nominated for Game of the Year. Dumb shit, dude. What are you talking about, man? It yeah, it did, man.
It did not get nominated for Game of the Year.
At the Golden Joystick. Didn't it get nominated the Golden Joystick?
No. It never got nominated.
Wait a minute. Tomb Raider got nominations.
Yeah, it did.
Not for Game of the Year.
Not for Game of the Year, no, but it definitely.
Okay, yeah, you're right. It did get nominations. It got nominations for story and let's see, and it got nominations for.
I think it was voice acting, story, and
visual direction. So like the graphics. So visual direction, it got nominated for visual direction of the graphics. So actually, that kind of still defeats your argument, Big Mike, because it got nominated for. It got nominated for its visuals, dude.
All games look like shit, and they got nominated for best fucking graphics. Get the fuck out of here.
No, they didn't.
They did, dude.
I was telling you.
Dude, I'm looking at it right here, man. They got nominated for visual direction. They didn't win it. They didn't win it, but they got nominated for visual direction and story. What are you talking about, dude?
Visual direction ain't graphics, though.
Visual direction is fucking graphics, dude. What are you talking about? What do you think visual direction is?
It's not graphics, I don't think.
Okay, then what are you looking at? What are you looking at? Because it's the visuals, right? And what are the visuals? They're the graphics, because that's all you can see are the graphics.
I'd say it's not a good game.
Everybody's looking at him like, what the fuck is he talking
No, they're not looking at me. Even Struggle said the same goddamn thing. That it's booty juice. He even said Crystal Dynamics games are booty juice.
That's because Struggle, man, he struggles, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just joking with you, fam. Frozen said if Tomb Raider was exclusive to Sony.
Played it on Xbox.
Frozen said if Tomb Raider was exclusive to Sony.
Shout out to Struggle, you know what I'm saying?
I said it's on Xbox or Frozen. I don't care if it was on Sony. I wasn't one of those people that waited for fucking Tomb Raider 2 to be on PlayStation when no one bought it.
No. The time exclusive was only for the first one.
Oh, whatever. It was for the first one. Fine.
The first one was a year exclusive to Xbox, and then Shadow and Rise came out to everybody at the same time.
All right. Well, whatever. Man, I didn't care.
Sony people are fucking crying about not getting that.
I said I played the goddamn thing about part 1 on Xbox. I played it, beat it, liked it. I thought it was a good story.
Everybody like, Mike, did you beat it? Did you beat it?
Yeah, I beat it. I beat part 1.
You
now,
just said
2?
you liked it and it was a good story when like 10 minutes ago you said other games were ass.
No, I said part 1. I'm talking about, Shadow of Tomb Raider was ass.
Fine, but I wasn't talking about Shadow. I was talking about Rise. Rise of Tomb Raider is fucking beautiful.
Is that the newest one?
That's the third one.
Well, that's the one I'm talking was ass. That one was ass.
That game was fucking beautiful.
What? Dude, that game was fucking stunning, man. They even had a fucking trailer from NVIDIA where they talked about all of the fucking graphic shit. That was... What? I don't know what Mike is talking about.
See, you're thinking of the wrong one. Shadow of Tomb Raider was the newest one.
You sure?
Yeah, Shadow of Tomb Raider was the most recent one.
Okay, you sure? I mean, damn.
So you got twisted there, Terry.
The most recent one, the third one, was fucking beautiful.
Rise of the Tomb Raider was nice looking as well, but Shadow of the Tomb Raider was fucking booty juice.
No, it wasn't. It
was what are you talking about, man?
Booty juice. It was booty juice. It was booty juice.
Booty juice time. Booty juice.
I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. Anyway, let's go. Okay.
I've only played a little bit of all the Tomb Raiders. I actually I thought the Tomb Raiders were awesome. They made the protagonist. She looks respectful, but stuff. And tough. I mean, she's good. I mean, this shit is good.
The only thing I didn't like about Shadow of the Tomb Raider is they fucking took a page out of the Uncharted book where they went back and they did like young Lara and they did like the whole thing, and then I felt like I was playing Uncharted, and I was just like, why? This don't do that. That was the only thing I didn't like about that game. But otherwise, no, that game was fucking stunning.
I don't know. It's just
see, Big Mike only likes to watch hentai.
Yeah, Tomb Raider as a character, if you didn't like the story or whatever, that's fine. That's whatever. Not everyone's gonna like every story. I mean, I still think all the Final Fantasy things are a snooze fest. But I mean, fucking the graphically, those games were really good.
That's why I don't understand why he's saying it looks tragic. I'm like, I don't know if it looks tragic. Like, they look great.
No. Like, I remember when I first booted that game up, I did my 24-hour for that game. And
that was it, too. That was it also, Frozen.
Blown away by how beautiful that game looked.
That was it also there, Frozen. I think you're correct on that one. Another developer worked on Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and maybe that was why it was booty juice.
I don't.
No, he's saying Crystal didn't make it at all. It was only Eidos.
Yeah, the Crystal Dynamics made 1 and 2, where Eidos made part 3, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Maybe that's what it was.
How you feel about Platinum? I like Platinum games, man. Platinum games dope.
That hurt your argument because your argument was Crystal was shit, but you loved 1 and 2 and hated 3, and they didn't even make 3. So your argument still doesn't help you. You're hurting yourself more.
The fucking Shadow of the Tomb Raider was fucking booty juice.
But Okay, fine. If Crystal didn't make it, and you loved 1 and 2, and you saying Crystal made nothing but ass games, but you loved it.
I don't give a fuck.
I thought Crystal Dynamics made part 3, but still.
I don't give a fuck.
But then you're still true when you said all their games are ass, but you loved Tomb Raider and Rise of Tomb Raider.
I didn't finish Rise of the Tomb Raider because, my fucking nephew.
He said, fuck you, I want to finish it.
Well, I explained that reason before. I mean, my nephew got pissed off and deleted my save file. I was at the end of the game on Rise of the Tomb Raider. He's like, boop! I was like, you fucking...
He said, Mike, be honest, if you like Uncharted... He said, Mike said, be honest, if you like Uncharted, why don't you like Tomb Raider?
Dude, I got up, I went to choke slam his ass, and my mom's like, don't you do it, Mike. I was like, she's like, walk away. I'm like, I was what?
I know you were like,
away and
I would have deleted all of his save files. He would have came back and like, damn, factory default. What happened? All his shit have been gone.
He was mad because he had I think it was Spider-Man Dimensions. I think that's what it was. I think that's what it was.
That shit was Shattered Dimensions was
Shattered Dimensions
garbage.
I beat it. I beat that game before he beat it, and it was his game, and he was mad.
That makes no fucking sense. Cause I know that. What the fuck?
That was John. That was my nephew John. He was probably maybe like 10.
It's like
if you beat it first.
Right. You still get the fucking.
He was like 10 years old. He's like, I hate you, Mike. Yeah, and he's like, one day he went to my room. I was at work and deleted my fucking save file on Rise of the Tomb Raider, and I had to go play it because I wanted to go finish. I was like, it's not here. He said your game's corrupted. I was like, oh hell!
You know what I would have done? I would have gone and deleted it. I would have gone and deleted his Spider-Man file again.
Yeah.
He stood up. He stood up outside the door while I was like trying to go play it. He goes, how you like it? He goes, I deleted the game. I was like, oh.
I know you were like, dude, you about to be wrecked. That's what I was like, dude.
Man, I would have taken a dump in his little shoes, man.
Dude, I was right there. I ran him downstairs. I was about to, like I said, choke slam him. My mom pulled me off.
Said, don't do it, Mike. Don't do it.
She's like, he's 10 years old, Michael. You can't do that. I was like,
whoa. You're like, he's 10 years old and he's making real man decisions.
You make real grown man decisions. Fuck that. All right, let's do this. Let's talk about.
He's about to see the depth of his eyes right now.
I know he's like, oh. Okay, so Dirt 5. I guess it looks super shitty. I wanted to pull this up for everybody to kind of, you tell me if it looks shitty or not.
It's an older game. I get it. You know what I'm saying?
It's not an older game.
The cars look fine.
The cars, the world looks. Look at that shit. That looks a little spooky right there. That really does. That looks a little spooky. Like
that's like some 360 stuff when it comes to the world, but the cars look good. You couldn't get that kind of stuff with
360 for sure. You could not. No, that's true. But them backgrounds though, that's almost looking like mobile game status though. It is like
I wouldn't say mobile game status, but it's definitely not this.
Like flat trees and shit. That's kind of
and screen tears.
Yeah, and I mean, like I'm looking at the dirt kicking up, and it's like for this game to be called Dirt, that dirt looks tragic. I don't know. I guess so. So this is showing off the first like 4K 60 FPS gameplay for Xbox, right? It's the first official gameplay, right?
Mm-hmm.
God, why does Xbox keep doing this, man? They did the same shit with fucking Halo, man. Look, if you got...
It's fucking Dirt 5, though. This isn't like their...
But that's my point, though. Like, why are they doing this?
This isn't that big of a game. It's not like they fucked up.
It's right. It's right.
You know what I mean?
It's not that big of a game, but...
If this was, let's say, Forza 6 or whatever, then this would be fucking news. What the hell happened, but... It's fucking Dirt. Like, who gives a shit about Dirt?
You gotta blame.
So he can play. Starlo said, "Looks like a game I could play at Dave and Buster's."
Listen, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Dirt. I'm not a big fan of Dirt. I ain't gonna play it.
It's
I never
not
cared
that
about
big of
it.
a
Yeah,
game. Dirt's not that big. It's not Forza. You know
Right.
what I mean?
But Danny actually was making a good point, though. But
Forza
Danny was
or
making actually a good point about this. Is that, yes, we get it that nobody's going to play this fucking game. But Xbox and Sony are going to have to get better at showing why people should be into next gen. And showing shit that nobody's going to play, or showing shovelware shit like Dirt 5, or the other bullshit snacks game that's on the fucking PlayStation. That shit does not exude fucking next gen. We gotta get real about this. We gotta get real about this. That shit's trash.
That's facts,
We need
though.
better games. We need better
You know
games.
what this reminds me of? You know, look at all of those, what is it, like MTX, ATV games. Those all look like horse shit. It reminds me of those. And a lot of those games are on Xbox One and PlayStation 4, and they fucking look like this. You know, so this isn't a flagship game where they're gonna put 10 fucking care into it.
But that's my point. That's my point. Xbox, you chose
that gets dropped and some people play it. Like this isn't one that people should be like, oh, they're really, you know, slacking for next gen. It's like, no, this game isn't.
But
like
that's my point, though. It's like Xbox, you took it. You took your time to fucking do this. You took your time and day to get somebody to boot up Dirt fucking 5 instead of showing something that is truly next gen.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I get it that it's showing at 4K at 60, fine. But this shit is 4K at shitty. Because even if it's 4K, it looks... What is this? This shit is screen teared out. The fucking backgrounds is disgusting, man. I mean, like, literally disgusting, man. Like, I just don't fucking understand why they're wasting time with this. Why?
Well, I don't think they have any, like, first-party next-gen games to show on the Series X.
They don't have to have first-party. They can have third-party next-gen. There's third-party next-gen.
I don't think they have any.
And that concerns me quite a bit. That definitely concerns me quite a bit. Same thing with PlayStation. It's like, where is the shit that's... I think they only showed Ratchet and Clank, right? That was so far what they showed on PlayStation.
Right.
Right,
that was it.
Ratchet and Clank, Demon's Souls, they showed...
But Demon's Souls looked fucking tragic, though. With the one-hit kill, easy...
That's not tragic.
That shit was garbage.
I'm pretty sure the game won't be like that.
It's not like that. They already said...
That's my point, too. Why show it like that, then? If the game isn't going to be like that, then why show it like that?
I'm telling you, Terry's told you before, developers do that all the time. So they don't want you to show it.
Does that make it good, though? Does that make it... Police brutality happens all the time. That doesn't make it good. You know what I'm saying? That's still tragic, man.
They don't want, people, playing the game, like, hard level, like, oh, this guy can't play the fucking game. He sucked. You remember that one time they went and had a person play Crackdown 4, I think it was Crackdown 4 or 3, wherever the fuck it was.
Hasn't even been made.
Right. Please don't say 4. We don't need another one.
All right, fine. Well, fine. Remember that one time when they had a celebrity play Crackdown 3 and she didn't know what the fuck they were doing?
Don't have no celebrities play it. Go to motherfucking
They shit on her, dude.
Listen, go get Dr. Disrespect or somebody. Get a gamer to play it. Don't get motherfucking HR journalists to fucking play that shit.
Whenever they show off a game, it's so fucking scripted, though. Like, whenever you see a gameplay, they already have that script about exactly where they're going to go, where they're going to do.
Exactly.
They make sure they look at certain things a certain way for different camera views. Like, it's all fucking scripted. It's not natural.
Exactly.
It said Frozen said people buying 4K 120 hertz TVs for games that aren't even close to 120. Listen, they said that is the plan for both systems. Both systems said the plans are that some games will support 120. But I want people to keep their hype in check because you're not going to get that at 4K. It's going to be It's going to be very, and I'm talking about very few games that'll reach 4K.
There's going to be a performance mode.
There's going to be a performance. So you're going to get it at 1440, and believe me, I'm not shitting on 1440. 1440 is absolutely beautiful, but I want people to understand.
I mean, Frozen's been shitting on him because he can't keep Spider-Man out of his mouth.
Well, because Spider-Man is supposed to be the end all to be all, and it is confirmed that it is not going to be at 60 with 4K. Okay. It's going to be.
It may not have ray tracing at 60 frames per second. Okay,
but it will have it at 1440 though, and that's still going to look fucking beautiful.
But we saw it, with ray tracing at 4K 30 frames per second, and it looked fucking beautiful.
But it still was slow looking. I will admit that it looks slow at 30.
That's what performance mode is going to be, man. You're going to get your game at, you're going to get Spider-Man Miles Morales at 4K 30 frames per second. That's going to be the normal mode. It's going to have ray tracing, all that good shit, blah blah blah. Now, then when you go to the performance mode, yes, you're going to be able to play it at 1440p at 60 frames per second, or maybe 120, wherever they can push it out, wherever they can push it out at. That's what it's going to be. It's going to probably be the same way on the Series X as well.
It is. It will be. And see, that's what I want people to understand. Like when they have these arguments about what this game is pushing and Xbox doing this and PlayStation doing that. Honestly, it's all the same shit. If you really want true ray tracing with motherfucking 120 at 4K, you already know where to go.
PC.
If you want it for real, you're going to have to go to PC.
It's a cross-gen game. Any game that's going to be cross-gen is not going to be pushing all the stops when it comes to the hardware, because they have to dial shit back to make sure it still works on the older platform.
PS5 is not stronger than a 2080 Ti. That's actually fake news.
Frozen's sitting there, as you tell me there, Danny. Frozen's been sitting there listening to the Crumb Sliders.
Shit. He said he.
Look at every single cross-gen game that's been around in history. They always look, they're never that great because they're cross-gen.
And plus, you guys think about this. I just like I said, I just now started into PC gaming, and I know Danny can answer this as well. Even when they had ray tracing right now, the way we have it now, you can't do ray tracing at 60 frames per second on a PC.
You could do it at 60. You can't do it at 120. That's the problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Because 120. If you're trying to do 120 FPS.
Right now, with ray tracing now, I thought you even told me it slows down your.
It does. It depends if you're using an RTX 2070. You try to do ray tracing at 60 at 4K, you're going to be disappointed. If you have a 2080 Ti and you do 4K, you can get 4K at 60. You're not getting 120. If you have an RTX 3070 and above, you can do all of that shit at 120. You can go 4K. Hell, if you got a 3090, you can go 8K at 120.
Yes.
If you got a 3090. So I'm saying this to say, listen, people, think about calm your shit, calm your tits. Listen, Dirt 5 fucking sucks, dick, as how it looks. You know what I'm saying? But that's not indicative to the other games that are coming out for that system as well as PlayStation. Like I said, you look at Ratchet & Clank gonna be at 60, but motherfucking Miles Morales won't be. So you just have to kind of look at that shit and go, okay, now I'm kind of seeing where the capabilities lie. There's just some things that it's just not going to be able to push, and especially these older games are not going to convert. It's even with PC. Like PC is probably the most cross-gen system you could ever have, because you could play games that are old as fuck, like the old ass Witcher game, or you could play new games that just come out and shit, and you can upscale it and everything, and it's still gonna look rough, and that's the problem with Dirt 5. But that's the issue I have with showcasing shit though.
Every time we move into a new generation, the games that come up for the next gen are never next gen, because they're still supporting the previous generation. Look at all the games that came out in the beginning of PS4 and Xbox One. Those look like shit compared to the ones that are out at the end of the generation, So it's just that transition, because they have to stop supporting the old hardware.
That's true too. Because when you do support the old hardware, you have to make sure that shit works, on all platforms. You got to make sure that shit's optimized for both systems, and that's just a lot of manpower. Because you're basically developing for two platforms simultaneously.
Frozen. On the whole Horizon thing, they were making that game as soon as they were done with Horizon Zero Dawn Part 1. They were making that on the PS4 hardware. That's probably why you're going to get it on being a cross-gen game Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West.
It's also coming
That
to
game
PC
was-
too. So
that
if
game
you
was- that
We're too early in. Any games that are coming out are going to be
Right.
this gen on next gen. They're just porting
that game was in the making like as soon as they were done making Horizon Zero Dawn 1.
All of your
'Cause
PS5 games are ports.
yes. They're going to be cross-gen games.
That's true. I think
Nintendo
except
did the same thing
Ratchet and
with
Clank,
Breath
right?
of the
Ratchet and
Wild.
Clank is not
Breath of
cross-gen,
the
right?
Wild.
No,
That
Ratchet
was
is
your
cross-gen.
big Nintendo Switch, launch game, and that was a fucking port because they built it for the Wii U or whatever, but then they put it on the Switch. So that was a fucking port.
Wait, but Ratchet and Clank
Right?
isn't cross-gen though, right? Ratchet and Clank isn't cross-gen.
We
right?
don't know yet. It might
Ratchet,
be.
it might be, but I said from what we know right now, it's not. It's only PS5.
But see,
Ratchet and
that
Clank.
would actually kind of kill the argument about the SSD too, though, wouldn't it?
No.
If it came out on PlayStation
Okay.
4, wouldn't it kill the SSD argument? Because they were saying that the SSD is the reason
Yeah,
why.
because they're saying you can't do what you can do in
Right,
Ratchet and
but
Clank. by going through
wouldn't
those
that
different
destroy
levels.
that argument, though? That means that the SSD is not the
I think it
important
would.
piece, right? Right?
Yeah, if they make that cross-gen, then it kind of shuts people up.
Then it would shut a lot of people up. But I mean, that would just explain my point even further. When I say that, why show this stuff? Why show old ass games running on new shit? It's like, show us something a little more recent, even if it is cross
because
gen.
they don't have anything like
But
that.
that's
Yeah,
an
so they don't have
issue.
anything.
That is a
Every
huge
next-
issue, though.
every
Place-
That's a huge
PlayStation-
fucking issue, though.
PlayStation. No, I'm saying PlayStation or Xbox don't have that right now. You
If you,
won't see
but
that.
if you think about it,
you
like
won't
the-
see it.
They already told us that you're not going to get that for at least another
You-
2 years.
and that is a huge
You
issue
won't
because
see
if you
any-
think about
you won't see
play,
anything next gen, you won't see anything next gen from Xbox or PlayStation for at least 2, maybe 3 years.
and here's the problem too.
And they said that way before the consoles were even.
But PlayStation 4 and Xbox One didn't do that. They had games that were next
No, they
gen.
didn't.
Yes,
No,
they
they
did,
didn't.
dude.
No, they,
No,
they had
they
cross-gen. They had cross-gen
all
games as
cross-gen.
well.
So there was no game that was just Xbox One that or PlayStation when it first came out.
Right.
I mean,
It was-
Titanfall was just Xbox One when it came out, but I mean, freaking the games though, when you look at the quality, they weren't that big of a step up
Yeah.
right away.
No. I mean, as far as not being able to play it on like Xbox 360 and PS3. Like
Yeah, I mean,
there was a bunch of games that came.
Titanfall was exclusive. 360 didn't have it, but
I
But it wasn't
gotta look that up
Yeah, it
because I
wasn't
swear
next
there
gen
were more
quality,
games that
but it was definitely exclusive.
and last gen that you could not play on Xbox 360 when it first came out. Like when PlayStation 4 and Xbox One came out, there were games that you couldn't play on those when it first came out.
Pretty much everything that Sony had was on both. They supported the PS3 for a good 3-4 years into
Yep.
the goddamn thing. Yeah, they held on to that shit for a long ass time.
I'm gonna have to look that up, just shit, because I thought it was more. I thought it was
No.
more.
it comes
they-
down. It comes down to it, Danny. If you want to play like next gen games, hashtag
Go-
PC.
go-
Oh, there it is. How somebody said it.
Go look up all the PS4 games that came out in the first year. I guarantee you that every single one was probably on PS3 as well.
I'm gonna have to really look that up. Let's really see it, and then I'll probably
I mean,
post about
as
it
of
on
right
Twitter.
now, I mean, we don't even know if the next God of War is going to be cross-gen. My guess, it probably will be because
And then
They were-
they did
they were
ports,
making-
Last of
they were
Us was a
making that
port.
game as well. Because this would be my guess. Because I know it comes out next year, but they were working on that game after God of War shipped and how well it did.
Okay.
Like I said,
Okay.
I actually think the next God of War is going to be cross-gen as well.
Okay. All right.
If it comes out right away, then it'll probably be cross-gen.
Maybe I'm just motherfucking hungry for new shit. That could be it.
That's what it is.
That stuff happens every gen, but every time we get in the new gen, it's the same argument. Everyone expects that they're going to get this huge difference and stuff, but we never do. They always forget about how it went down the previous.
And I did. And now that I'm thinking about it, you guys are right. There wasn't much, actually. It was all like shit that was like made for both. It wasn't like something that you could not fucking play. That's right.
They
That's right.
slowly try to get people to cross over because not everybody can afford.
Because I'm thinking about like when Assassin's
jump
Creed
on
came out, they
bandwagon.
built it for both, and There was, yeah, that's what it was. It was a lot of both.
No, when this current generation came out, I think there were 2 Call of Duties that came out for PS4 that were still supported on PS3.
That's true. That's true. That is true. Yep, you're right. You're right. There were 2. Yep, there were absolutely fucking was. Damn.
I think it was Black Ops 3 is what it was.
Yeah, it was. It was one of them. Yeah, that was one of them.
There was Ghost or something too. Wasn't there a Ghost or something they had?
Call of Duty.
About Ghost. I
remember
on Black Ops 3, they completely took out on the Xbox 360 version. They took out the whole campaign.
Yeah, remember the campaign? It was just multiplayer. Right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
If you wanted to play the campaign, you got to either play it on PlayStation 5 or Xbox One.
Yeah, they're throwing that shit both ways, man. No.
Motherfuckers is just moist as well as myself.
Resident
Evil. He said Resident Evil will be
next gen games, but you ain't going to get next gen games.
Well, I just want to see some shit.
Have to wait.
I just want to see some shit. You know, it's like the kid in me. It's like I just want to see some shit. Like show me the shit.
True next gen won't be until the mid when they start putting the mid.
It's like 2022 and shit.
So PS5 Slim, and you know the Series X Slim, whatever they're calling. You know that's when we'll have true next gen games where they're not focused on making sure they work on the other shit.
Well, that's true. That's I agree. I can agree with that. All right, so
the closest thing you're gonna see next gen is probably gonna be Cyberpunk for you there, Danny.
True. Okay. All right. Well, I'm happy. Look. All right. Final topic for today is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, I want to reference. Shouts out to Young Yeah. Let me pull up his video here.
They just announced that game went gold too, which is nice.
And it's fucking spooky. It's gonna be some mid-tier shit. I'm telling you.
I don't know. I think it'll be fine.
Let me pull this up. Let me pull this up for chat. I'm gonna pull this up for chat so they can check out Young Yeah. You can check out his YouTube at Young Yeah, YONGYEA.
So he's already. I was watching his videos also with Danny. Yeah, he's already.
He's like.
He's got 6 hours in the game. And he's like exactly what Danny said. He's like.
He's kind of spooked.
Valhalla Edition. I played about 5.5 more hours of it on top of the 3 hours that I had played previously, so over 8 hours played of the game. I'm here to give you my latest impressions of the new upcoming Assassin's Creed title. So first of all, a couple differences from last time, and by the way, I do recommend you watch my last Valhalla impression.
Oh, he did have a last one. This is his second playthrough.
But some differences worth noting. So the demo started out with a character selector that allowed me to pick between male, female, or a hybrid of the two where you cycle between them as the story progresses. The game kind of chooses when you play male or female. So for this demo, I just full-on picked female Eivor since I played male last time, just so I could gauge her performance. Another difference is that whereas last time the map was limited in terms of what areas I could explore, this time much more of the game's sizable map was open and available to me. I did start out in a different section.
Skip it a little bit.
Bugs, but definitely far less than last time. So with all that out of the way, let's talk about the game's campaign, which is what this gameplay demo largely focused on. I am still very worried at the lackluster presentation. I was worried last time, and I'm even more worried now because the game's like a month out, and it still feels like the presentation isn't fully there yet. Just in general, the synergy of performances, the graphics, and the sound.
That looks absolutely atrocious, though. That skin graphics and stuff, that's not looking good, man. And that shit's been already done better in other Assassin's Creeds. So I don't understand what the fuck is going on with this game.
Sound effects aren't there.
I've been told I have a rather expert tongue. Only good for yawping, I see.
Everything about the game's presentation feels stilted and stoic when it comes to
Maybe.
cinematography.
That shit looks like a scab.
I hate.
Look how dingy that is.
Look how that shit look like a rusty ass nail and shit.
Feel unimpressive more
Yeah,
often
I
than
hate
not.
looking at this stuff
Soundscapes lack
because they're not
richness
getting
and
any of the
tend to
patches
be
that
just
everyone's going to have day
lifeless.
one, so you don't know what might be tweaked. So it's being premature. I don't like getting into this shit yet.
I mean, how long do we gotta wait
After
for
it
day one?
launches, and if it looks like this, then yeah, we should talk about it. But we don't know what they might patch.
And this goes back to my other argument when I say, why show it then? You should not show it then. You shouldn't have people fuck with it. If it's looking like this, because this shit looks scabby as fuck.
I mean, if you got early access to Cyberpunk and you had permission to show it, you know damn well you fucking would. Even if it looked great or bad, you still would fucking show it, so it's no different.
Like a stock sound effect, and dialogue
because you would just be excited
didn't
that you got to
match
play
the action.
something
It
nobody
felt
else did.
like there was narration.
Yeah, but doesn't that give him the right to critique it, though?
Feeling like they were actually speaking, an
Yeah,
issue
it's
that
right.
Marvel's Avengers had.
Yeah,
that
I mean, that's why he was given
But-
it, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty sure that's why they gave it to him. They're like, look,
He has access.
he's an influencer.
He's not just some schmo on the street. They're like, hey, we're gonna pick a random dude on the street corner
That's
to play
not
it.
to
No.
say that the game always
has
looks
some
ugly.
influence
Like
and
when
some
the
pull, so
lighting
they're like,
hits
hey,
just right on the
give it a
character
look,
models, they
give it,
actually
you know,
look
do your
pretty
thing.
decent. But
Hell
even
yeah,
the
I would
animations
be doing
can
the damn
still feel
thing.
Stilted,
Yeah,
facial
I
animations
know.
can often
He
look
also has
weird
the,
or lifeless,
the Series
and
X,
lip syncing more
and he
often
already
than not
he influenced
feels
it
kind of
all.
off.
Also,
Faces just look so artificial and unsettling, and it's hard for me to stay immersed in cutscenes.
So they got the same faces as what's the game that was tragic? Ass Effect. So they got the Ass Effect faces, where the faces look like they're fucking everybody's in rigor mortis and shit.
I'm gonna wait. 'Cause if it looks like this after like after it comes out, then yeah, I'm gonna be upset, you know. But I don't wanna get all in on it right now because you know there's gonna be that big day one patch, and we don't know what they're gonna fix.
I feel like that should not be a thing in the industry. A day one patch to fix everything. It's like,
you know what it is though.
I know, but I feel like it shouldn't be that way. Like if you're showing this game off to influencers and you're hoping that they'll love it, but in the back of your mind you know it's shit tier as far as graphics. Like I don't know. Like I feel like it shouldn't really even give people access to this type of stuff unless they know, especially a month out. It'd be different if this was like a year or two out. Then it's like, well, let's wait for the development cycle to finish. Development cycle already finished. They already said that they're done developing this game and it's coming out. And that is terrifying because I am a huge fan of Assassin's Creed games. So to see that is kind of jarring. Like it's even a step backwards from what they had previously. Because fucking Odyssey and Origins is dope. Like what happened? Like what changed from those games to this game that is so draining as far as the visual fidelity and the presentation? I don't understand what changed between the two. That's my issue. What happened? Look at that. Look how this. Look. No, you talk about Greg the Brute. Look at this shit, Big Mike. Look at this motherfucker.
I watched the video.
Look
I
at
mean, it could be artists. You know what? You know, a lot of people say it's the talent that makes the game, and maybe they didn't have the tools to make this game where they wanted to make. Who knows?
It looks like
to me. You got to blame the developer.
This looks like Dave Bautista mixed with Nicolas Cage and shit. Like, what the fuck is this, man? What is this, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, look, this is a month out. It shouldn't look like this, even with a day one patch. This is not looking good. I'm sorry. That's not looking good at all.
Bad.
He actually looks more like Dave Bautista mixed with Dave Attell.
I'm still gonna wait until it comes out because
his chest hair looked like burnt shredded wheat.
When Ubisoft did freaking Breakpoint, that game a month before launch looked way worse than it did when it came out.
Just kind of standing there.
That game was
It
booty as
still
well.
was still rough when it came out, but it looked a lot
It's still
better
fucking rough.
You know, but no, I'm just saying the amount of changes they made though in that month's time was a lot. It still needs more. I'm not going to say it didn't, but I'm going to say it still looks a lot different from when it.
I remember I got my hands on that game on alpha and beta, and I got to play it, and I was under NDA and shit. And I was like, dude, this game is fucking buggy as
I know you was like, man, I'm about to shit on this motherfucking game, man.
Like, it was. I played the alpha and beta for Breakpoint. That shit was really fucking bad, but it was not like that when you bought the game. They fixed a lot of that shit.
But they still had a lot of shit too that still needed to fix.
Yeah,
they did fix a lot, but there was still a lot of shit.
You know, you kind of expect it for Ghost Recon. It's like the vision's kind of like ass. You expect it.
So how did 15 studios make this game?
I don't know how many studios worked on this game, but like I said, Frozen said 15 studios.
The issue. They could have had too many, cooks in the kitchen.
That's true, and that could all remember AJ said that. Remember AJ said that. He said that sometimes when there's too many people, it could cause issues with development, and
that's where I said. I mean, it comes down, to development, and you blame the artist.
Because now that they're done with that, they'll have a small team just work on, bug fixes and work on DLC and stuff. And all the other people are going to get redistributed to other projects. So it'll get better.
I'm not liking how that cloth is attached to dude's ass on this shit. Like, it's not... Where's the cloth physics? And it had it in the last game. What happened? What the fuck is going on, man?
His arm is detached from his body and going through his shield.
You see that shit? That shit is fucking... What is going on? Now I do know... Remember, I think the main game director, didn't he, get fired for, sexual deviancy or something? Or... Wasn't he he quit. That's right, he quit.
There were a lot of people that got taken out. So.
He was supposedly cheating on his wife.
And he quit, right? Yeah, he quit.
He had a wife, and then he had a whole nother life.
Yeah, he had a wife, and he had a side hoe.
Damn.
And she put him on blast, and then Ubisoft's like, nah, you can't be doing that, man.
If this is the final product, then yeah, they need Microsoft to fucking
Struggle said he on the shit I'm on. Struggle got a wife and a motherfucking side bitch.
My side piece.
Exactly.
Yeah. I want to get home with my side piece. Crazy.
I'm just kind of taken aback by how far we are out from this game.
If I was you there, Dan, I'll say, what Frozen says. Wait till this hits, bargain bin, and go play it.
He said 100 gig patch. That's going to be tragic as fuck. That's like some Call of Duty patches and shit.
It's going to be a 200 gig day one patch.
The 200 gig day one patch is like, well, the game already 80 gigs. You want to fucking put 200 more gigs in this bitch? Fuck that shit. I don't know. Something is this is like great value version or something. I don't know what's going on here, man.
See, now you know why, Frozen. He's like, now I know why AMD is giving it away for free.
Yeah, AMD giving it away for free. Yep, they are. Yep. That looks fucking cool, though.
My graphics card came with fucking Rainbow Six Siege, I think.
Did it? Rainbow Six Siege? That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope as fuck.
And this is especially detrimental to this Assassin's Creed.
See, that axe didn't even touch his head, man. What is going on here, man?
Final game is I keep earning new abilities and enhancing my character.
Yeah, all I can do is hope that it's not like this when it actually comes out.
Just the basic
luck.
Of it is
Good luck.
Watching gameplay wants me to turn this shit off and jump out of this podcast and go play some Ghost of Tsushima.
He said,
That's what I'm talking about.
look at the cloth in the back, how it's not swaying. That looks fucking crazy to me, man. That's like old school fucking...
Who watches at someone like that? Nobody.
Who does the ass bump? That's like fucking Naomi from wrestling, man. Who does that?
You fucking try to blink the guy.
What is this fighting style, man? This is what the fuck? Minecraft had better fighting mechanics than this shit. What the fuck is going on, man? Everybody in chat saying it looked like dog shit. Looks like unoptimized on PC looking at those specs. I know. They want you to have a fucking i9 to like not even run the cloth. Like, what?
Look at the water even.
It looks like shit. Darren said. Listen, I don't know what's going on with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but something is not right here. Something is very wrong. The targeting system is fucked. What
Sure
the
said this
fuck?
looks like an Xbox 360 game.
Assassin's Creed games, it would just deplete, a significant portion of their health, but not kill them in one shot outright. In this game, there is this timing mini game that if you nail, then you're guaranteed to do significant more damage and pretty much guaranteed to be able to assassinate the higher level.
That's dope. That actually is needed. Because, just because you are higher level, if I hit you in the neck with this motherfucking hidden blade, it shouldn't matter. It really shouldn't. If I fucking dive from the top and you don't know and I'm coming at you in your neck, I don't give a fuck if you a level 75 bitch made. You getting killed right now, man.
I was doing a lot of that shit last night with Dave in fucking Ghost of Tsushima Legends.
Killing motherfuckers from above.
Dude, yeah, he was on the ground. Dave was, and I would be up the rooftops. I would, jump down from the rooftop, just fucking put my fucking samurai blade in people's skull right down the fucking middle of the skull. You say, yeah. I'm like, yeah.
We were doing that, and they trusted me and Big Mike. We was insane. We was like,
dude, we were.
I mean, we was.
Dave's like, that's what I'm talking about. I'm like, get that bitch.
It sounds so much more fun than Valhalla. Like right now,
right now, it definitely looks more fun than Valhalla.
See, but that little preview image right there of the whatever you moves you're unlocking looks good. So I don't get it. I don't fucking stand what's going on with this game. But there's something kind of spooky going on in the background, and I think it's going to be telling once this comes out. I don't know. This game looks so crunchy. Why?
Crunchy?
Why is it?
I mean, stale? I don't think crunchy is the word.
It does. It looks crunchy, man. Like everything looks like
it looks kind of stale.
It's like
it looks like it expired like last week.
I don't think it has no crunch to it, man.
It does, man.
Yeah, that shit's soft. The doctor's cotton right now.
Yeah, and that shit look.
I don't know. I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn looked like this when it first came out.
No, it didn't.
No, the fuck it didn't. And I'm not even up it. No, it didn't. Hell no, it didn't. It did not look like this, dude. What?
No, Terry.
They didn't even have the water textures in the game.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
Yeah.
The water textures was garbage. Now I get
how shitty the game looked, and then they patched it later, and then it looked great.
Now, Terry, I will give you this, Terry. Hold on, Terry.
They put that game. They released that fucking game. It didn't even have water textures.
Now, Terry, I will give you this. They did a comparison video when it first came out.
Remember what they did? They made the people super fucking glossy.
What they compared it to?
Everyone looked like they were sweating fucking and all.
Well, here's the comparison that they did. It was with Breath of the Wild, and they compared the physics from Horizon Zero Dawn to Breath of the Wild, and surprisingly, Breath of the Wild's physics shitted on Horizon Zero Dawn's. Because when you in the water with Horizon Zero Dawn, you barely made a fucking puddle. But in fucking Breath of the Wild, it was like water was everywhere. Like the physics was insane compared to on Breath of the Wild compared to Horizon. But that still doesn't say that. But Horizon didn't look like this though. Horizon did not look like this. This looks so crummy.
Horizon Zero Dawn was fucking amazing.
Horizon Zero Dawn was still beautiful colors and stuff like that.
It was amazing.
No, it wasn't.
It was amazing. It was not broken.
It was fucking broken. It must be for you because it wasn't broken for me.
Right, it wasn't broken for me when I played. It wasn't broken.
Frozen said Horizon Zero Awards. It's motherfucking shitting on everything.
Beautiful looking.
No,
when it first
it
came
wasn't.
out. Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Then you might
There was a lot wrong with that game when it first.
you need to get a new TV or something then, because
I don't need a new TV. That
So she got that
game
CRT
there's a reason why they had to do a huge fucking patch later, because there was a lot
it
of
wasn't
shit.
for visual. It wasn't for visuals.
It wasn't for
Yes,
visuals.
it was.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't for visuals. I can actually confirm that it was not. It was for frame rate and shit. The frame rate was dipping. The frame rate was dipping below. It was dipping below 30 in a lot of areas, as well as huge pop in. So they decided to try to patch that out.
When that game came out, everybody was talking about beautiful looking when it first.
But as far as looking like Assassin's Creed looking, no, this shit looks itchy as fuck. This is not. Horizon looked better than this upon release. I can concur because it was colorful. The colors were rich and everything. This shit looks like somebody threw up on somebody.
The colors were rich. They were deep looking. Dude, it was fucking phenomenal.
What up, Wraith? What up?
Frozen always just throwing salt in the game.
He said photo mode gamers.
I mean, I know I took a lot of photos, in Horizon Zero Dawn. I enjoyed that, but I mean, but I played it, beat it on normal. I thought the game was fucking fantastic.
Frozen doesn't even know how to play. He doesn't even play games.
Oh,
so I enjoy photo mode. I know a lot of people. I know Terry don't like photo mode. I know you don't like photo mode. They're Frozen, but I enjoy it.
No, because when I buy games to play them.
I buy games to play them and enjoy
the
scenery and everything else.
Terry said, I buy games to
the
play.
by walking around and then seeing what there is to see. I don't need to stop and snap fucking selfies.
Listen, I have to hardly disagree about the actual look of Horizon compared to Assassin's Creed. Now, as far as running it, there was some issues with frame rates and stuff when it first came out, and that pop-in was kind of a serious issue with Horizon when it first came out. But as far as like visuals, no, Horizon looked better upon release than Valhalla's looking right now, because Valhalla's looking, I'm telling you, fucking Odyssey looks, it's odd to me because Odyssey looks better than Valhalla right now. And that should not be a thing. That should not be a fucking thing. Yes.
It's the freaks come out at night. What the freaks come out at night? Man, the freaks come out, man.
Origins looks better than
Origins looks better than Valhalla. That makes no fucking sense to me. That should not be a thing. Valhalla should be shitting on those two right now, since they're designed for, the cross gen as well as the new shit. Like it should be looking amazing right now.
Horizon had a lot of bugs and issues, dude.
It had bugs and shit, yes it did, but visually, no.
They were visual bugs. They literally had issues with the fucking
with the pop-in, yes, with the pop-ins and stuff, yes.
That's not true, Terry.
There was pop-ins and stuff. There was pop-ins and stuff, but the heads not showing up was an Assassin's Creed problem. That wasn't a Horizon problem. The head's not loaded.
It wasn't. Come on, Terry.
It was the background.
They legit had a bug in Horizon where the torso and shit would bug out, like the character would glitch out and shit. Yes, they fucking did.
I don't remember that at all.
It's because you don't remember this when it didn't fucking happen.
I played the game, beat it, never had.
I did not have any of that issues. I didn't see anybody
anything like that. Zero.
I don't think anybody had that issue. Because if it did, I'm sure to God everybody would have been tweeting about it, talking about it on Twitter.
Right. That shit did not happen.
I didn't see those type of problems.
That shit did not happen. I just fucking found it. It didn't fucking happen, my ass.
Okay, we'll post the link so we can check it out.
Pull it up.
Her fucking torso goes away.
Okay, we'll pull it up so I can check it. Because it must be from your stream. Because I don't remember people talking about it. I remember people talking about it, so I gotta see this.
I don't remember anybody talking about it.
Yeah, I zero mention.
Because this game was super broken, but because it was PlayStation, everyone said it was fucking.
Here we go.
I'm not even a PlayStation guy. I'm not even a PlayStation guy, and I knew it looked better than that motherfucking shit.
Emergency. Moderator.
Right here. Look at this shit.
Emergency.
Look at this shit.
Moderator.
Go and tell me
This
this
is
game
an
wasn't broken
emergency.
at launch.
I gotta see it because I'm gonna tell you the problems that I saw was that. Hold on, David. David.
I fucking gave you proof. I gave you proof of one of the bugs that the game had. Fucking show.
Did you hold on, David? Hold on, David. Let me check.
You said there was an article.
I said what?
You said there was an article.
No, I did not say an article. I never
Yes, you
said
did.
there was an article. No, I did not. I said that game was broken. It had a lot of bugs, and one of them was
It
where the
wasn't.
body shit disappeared. That's what I fucking
Nah.
said. I never said there was no article.
No, there was.
And you said that never happened. No one had that bug. So I went on YouTube, I searched the bug, and boom, there it is.
Moderator. This is an emergency.
Yeah, no one had that. No one had that issue.
Yes, this person has the issue right there where the shit went invisible. Oh, no one had that issue. That
Nobody
never
had that
fucking
issue.
happened.
That was your stream. That was your stream.
Yeah, that was like your stream.
Yeah, that was your stream.
This game was fucking broken at launch.
Where's the
It was
article about
fucking
Big
broken.
widespread body missing? I think he was like the only one. Or that may have
He
been
was not the only
your
one.
shit. But there's like
You guys
literally
just
no
don't
one
want
else
to
talking
admit that game was ass at launch.
It wasn't an ass.
Yeah, and that clearly didn't happen. That was all fabricated. Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Moderator.
That's probably from PC. That's probably from PC.
It was not from fucking PC.
That is not from PC. I'm trying to see. Okay, so
Listen,
the game came out in February, right? This video was uploaded in March 7th, 2017. So it was a month later that this person experienced
A
this
month
problem.
later, and it still wasn't fixed.
Yeah.
Nah, I think this is fake.
It's not fake. The game was broken, dude.
It wasn't broken.
It's a beautiful game. People in the comment section saying this is beautiful. I mean, it's still. I mean,
Mike, you are fake.
you know, I'm trying to look at problems at launch, and you know, I'm only seeing the one stuff that I talked about, but I'm trying to see several issues. Still working on fixes. Some player, hold on. It said some players are experiencing startup crashes. Some players are saying that the GPU it hangs. Frame rates dip. Some players experience performance issues. Okay, well,
Right.
I see a lot of performance stuff. I don't see.
Yeah, performance stuff. I didn't see anything visually.
Here's one right here.
just showed you
Okay,
a visual
here's
for
one.
the
Here's
body
one right
disappear.
here.
Right, that's literally like one person. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody.
Okay, they said
Well,
visual.
you want me to show
Okay.
you- So what? I have to show you 100,000 fucking videos of it happening for you to fucking accept it?
Okay, so
it's called moderator.
Okay. So here's the visual. Okay, here's the visual issues that it had. Okay, visual issues were texture loading. So that was why the bodies were disappeared because the textures. But that still doesn't say But now here's the thing though. Here's the thing though, Terry. There's a difference between an actual texture loading to the actual texture looking shitty. Because when the texture loads, it still looks dope. It failed to load that texture, and they patched that out after the first month.
I hear you, but I'm still trying.
But we're talking ugliness. There's a difference between bugs and ugliness, though,
Watch
Terry.
this bug. This bug, the dude's head leaves his body and goes on Aloy's body.
That's right.
Fucking telling me this game wasn't fucking broken.
Let's see.
Bullshit.
It wasn't broken.
I see it. Look at that shit. But now here's the difference, though. Even though that bug happened, look how beautiful that face looks, though. That's what I'm talking about. Even with the bug and the head swap, it looks 50 times better than fucking Valhalla, which is a game that's a 2020 game. This is a 2017 game, and this game is 3 years old, and it looks 20 times better than Valhalla. That's the problem. That's the issue.
I get it. Terry's defending Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I get it.
I'm not defending that. That game does look fucking rough as hell, and I kept saying I really hope it doesn't look like that at launch, and I'm not gonna go in on it because I don't. They might do some patching, so it's not worth my breath right now. If it looks like that at launch, it's worth my breath. That's all I'm saying.
What up, Alucard? I see you. Just don't get me wrong, it has good graphics, but still not great. Okay, all right. The visual bugs that bad? Is it really broken?
Alucard hates everything.
I know Alucard is he just comes in with the hate.
Alucard. He said Horizon Zero Dawn is fucking garbage.
He could be Game of the Year, ray tracing 120 frames extra game, and he'll be like, shit game.
I understand why he doesn't like Horizon Zero Dawn, because he doesn't like the voice actor. He can't stand her.
Yeah, I think it's just games in general.
I forgot who was the voice actor for Horizon Zero Dawn, but yeah, he can't stand her. Ashley Burt. Ashley Burt, I think is her name. He can't stand her.
Alucard, Assassin's Creed Valhalla looking a little spooky though, dog. It's looking a little spooky, man. I'm like Terry. I hope, because I love Assassin's Creed. Like, I am a huge fan of the series. So I hope this isn't the case. But I feel like, goddamn, we on the precipice of this motherfucker releasing, man. And I can't. What kind of patch are you patching? I'm like frozen. Is it going to be 100 gig patch to finish with the fucking textures? I don't know. But I hope that isn't the goddamn case. I hope that's not. I hope it just is beautiful, especially for PC. I hope if it looks like that on PC, that's going to be absolutely disgusting. I will actually make a video. I will do a YouTube video. And I will make a YouTube video calling out Ubisoft on that shit, because that's going to be tragic if that's a thing. Black Flag was fucking dope. I love that game. That's one of the best in the series, as well as I like Ezio's story. I like Ezio's story. I'll tell you your story. Like I love Assassin's Creed. Absolutely loved it. But Unity was shit tier. I did not like Unity. Unity was. I don't know what the fuck happened there.
There you go. I'm down for that. They're frozen. We will fucking.
He's a pirate.
All of us. What up, Jakey? What up?
What up, Jakey TV? I see you. Yeah, Unity was bad, Struggle. It really was, man. Assassin's Creed. Listen, the graphics sometimes were beautiful, and then sometimes it was just like Horizon Zero Dawn. Where's my fucking head? You know what I'm saying? Where's my body? Like, my arms are not loading in and shit. So it's. I don't know. I hope to God that it's not this state when it comes out, or that if they patching it, that patch needs to be like. I don't know. It needs to come with straight topless or something. I don't know. That patch needs to be fucking sexy as shit. All right. Let's see what we got. And I think that was our last shit here. That's great. Okay, so I guess we're in final round. I know I'm in that shit.
Yep.
I'm in final round now. Anybody else want to jump in?
I'm in it.
So just me and Terry?
I'll jump in with you.
Oh, okay. So Big Mike is in that motherfucker too. You better bring the heat.
I know what you're going to talk about. It's about the Spider-Man thing. I'm in for it because I think it's stupid as fuck.
Oh shit! All right. So Big Mike, the Rage Queen, Cool Cat Terry, and Dan the Man in the
final round.
All right. Who wants to start this shit? Well, I'll start it because I want to pull this up for chat so they can see this tragedy.
Better let you guys get your words in, because otherwise.
Right, we can't follow up Terry. We can't follow Terry. All right, so we can't follow Terry. So I'm gonna start. I'll start it off, and then you guys can.
Go and bring up the article. There you go.
I got it right here.
Interject here and there, but I want to make sure.
That's fine. That's fine. You're in final round, so you can. First of all, fuck Patricia Hernandez. I just want to get that out the way first. I don't give a fuck if she works for Polygon or whoever the fuck she works for. I don't care if she's a New York person. I don't care if she's got great tits. I don't give a fuck. This article right here is what is the disgusting part of the industry. This article here explains all the bullshit you see on Twitter. Like when you see motherfuckers arguing over dumbass shit. So she goes on to write about Spider-Man Miles Morales switches from Jordans to Adidas. This bitch actually took her fucking time. She said, you know what? I am a dunce. And I'm going to
read the very first line.
I'm going to read the first line here. Let's read this right here. What is essential to a character's design? The first thing that will come to mind are bigger, more obvious choices, but small things can make or break the feel of the character too. Bitch, if you think what the
make or break the fucking character.
If you guys don't know, all right, there's a big like. I don't even gonna say big. I'm not even gonna give it the fucking credence that it does not deserve. There's a small amount of people who are canceling Miles Morales because his shoes changed. He's no longer wearing fucking Jordans. He's wearing Adidas. And dude's whole body's melted. And her body melted when she heard about this. She wrote a whole fucking op-ed on this.
Yeah, I can agree that small things can definitely break a character, but a goddamn brand of a shoe isn't one of them. Okay,
exactly.
People
are so fucking moist over this fucking thing. About
I made comments earlier, man.
Yeah, I say they were so fucking. They were so fucking moist. I'm the one fucking discovered this article. I'm like, bitches, are you really like that concerned over a fucking person about their Nike shoes or their fucking Jordans? It's just a fucking shoe.
It's a fucking shoe. Hopefully that shit is. Hopefully that shit's rendered at 4K. Because what the fuck is going on with people? Listen, I want you to look at me closely. All right.
How closely are you gonna be looking at his shoes? Because I'm pretty sure all you're gonna care about is what suits he's gonna have.
Struggle said he boycotted. Fuck you, Struggle. You know what you boycott.
People on Twitter, I don't know if it was true or not, they said they were canceling their goddamn game because they switched the brand of the shoes. I'm like, y'all need to fucking
support the game because of a shoe brand. Like that's fucking bullshit. That's fucking bullshit.
You know what? I guarantee.
You remember when fucking brands used to take over games? Like I remember fucking I played it recently. Midnight Club LA.
Yeah.
They fucking had T-Mobile branding over that bitch. You had to use the T-Mobile sidekick in that fucking game. Could you imagine people being like, fuck, I'm not playing Midnight Club because I'm fucking anti fucking T-Mobile. Fuck the sidekick. Nokia, Juke, 100%. No one fucking did that shit.
I want to see people's heads explode when Norman Reedus and Death Stranding 2, when Norman Reedus starts drinking Red Bull instead of Monster. I want people to fucking have that same energy. I want the same fucking outrage. This is not Death Stranding because he's not drinking a Monster. Monster these nuts.
You know what?
If that's a fuck.
Him having Adidas is as I said this earlier. This is bullshit. Imagine if people were like, fuck, I'm not playing Miles Morales because he doesn't support Fruit of the Loom, or his fucking spider suit doesn't have Under Armour branding. Like what? Like when did the branding, fucking clothing brands fucking matter in the game? They don't fucking matter in the game.
I can guarantee you.
Between us, I want to see in the comic book where Miles Morales signed the goddamn contract that he had to have Nike. All right,
hey, get the fuck out of here. That making you want to jump into this shit.
You can't. And you lost a life too. You can't. And you lost a life too, dude, because you cannot.
I know. It was worth it for me to say that.
I'll take his life.
It's like fucking consent. Does these fucking shoes give people stats? Probably not. So who gives a fuck?
No. Yeah, they're just fucking shoes, man. They don't matter in the game. All that people care about Spider-Man is, does he have the cool moves that he's supposed to have? Does he do the webs and the fighting? Does his spider suits look dope? No one gives a shit about his shoes. I don't care if they're fucking laces. I don't care if they're Velcro. I don't care if he runs out there fucking flip-flops. As long as he can swing and shit, I don't give a fuck if he's barefoot. I don't care.
I don't give a fuck. It's not like he's getting like +1 WAP with a fucking shoe. Like, it's like, there's no fucking statistic that helps with him switching from Jordans to Adidas. You act like y'all talk about y'all want to be fucking immersed, right? Well, he made a human decision and said, well, I don't want to wear my fucking Jordans today. I'm gonna go out in my Adidas. I mean, it's like, I don't get the fucking outrage. There is none. I'm actually outraged at the outrage. I'm like fucking cancel culture right now.
You know what? People are fucking moist.
They so moist that when you squeeze them, drips come out.
It's the dumbest thing. Like, the shoes don't fucking matter. They have no impact on the character at all. You know, a small detail that could possibly break this game would be if they got the colors of his spider suit wrong, and they, instead of doing black and red or blue or whatever, if they fucking made him green and black.
You know what would have fucked it up? If he would have been, if he was swinging around with Tim's on. I would be pissed. I would not. That would fuck up the character. You talk about fucking up characters. That would fuck it up. He's swinging around. He got on FUBU with a fucking hoodie, and he's got
on Crocs on him, man. There you go.
Oh yeah.
You want to nitpick shoes? Have him fucking run around in Crocs.
If you got him, if he's wearing high heels, sneakers, then yeah. I will join in your outrage. I will be that dude on Twitter tagging every 10 minutes saying you fucked up Miles. But him switching from one tennis shoe to another tennis shoe means nothing.
Swinging around in some fucking Uggs? Oh my gosh.
Terry got the furry Uggs on his shoe. And he's swinging around that fur flipping. That shit is bullshit. You know, it's go ahead.
Frozen say you should be flipping around and swinging with his sandals on.
He's not wearing no Jesus sandals, swinging around on no fucking web. That shit is garbage. And I don't support this argument. This is bullshit. Who gives a fuck if he's got on Jordans or Adidas or motherfucking Pumas?
Nitpick about his moveset if he doesn't have the right moveset. You can nitpick about his suit because the suit matters.
Yes.
If they fucked up the logo or something on his suit, that would be a small detail that could mess it up. If they mispronounce his name in the game, you know, that could be...
If they call him Milez, instead of Miles, yes.
Detail that would be game-breaking, you know, and it would pull you out. You know, like what they did with Avatar, and they fucking said Ong instead of Aang in the goddamn movie. Like, how the fuck? Okay? No. The brand of shoes don't fucking matter. I don't give a shit what brand of cell phone he's going to be texting from in the game. I don't give a shit if he likes Burger King or if he likes fucking Taco Bell. None of that shit matters. That's just branding in a game. Games have been doing that for fucking ever. And never before have I ever heard someone complain about a certain brand being in the game over another brand.
Look at this shit, Terry.
It doesn't matter.
She says the Jordans make him Miles. No, it doesn't. It does not make Miles. Listen, you can't even say the word Jordans in the comic because they don't have the fucking rights to. Okay, right. He may have had implied Jordans on, but I can guarantee you that if you go to the comics right now and look at his tennis shoes, they are not Jordans. They just might kind of be like inspired by the Jordan look, but the Adidas look like Jordans too, like literally. Like it doesn't. This is such a bullshit fucking issue right now. I cannot fucking.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, they wrote this article. This person did, Patricia did. And like I said earlier, before we were live, the only reason she put this article out, because they're like, yo, Patricia, you ain't met your fucking quota today on the words. You need to up your words, man. You need to get your words straight.
This right here is offensive, too. This negative reaction might be hard to understand if you're not from New York City. Bitch, fuck, listen, Jordans is a Chicago thing. That is not a New York thing. A New York thing would be more like Tim's if he had on some fucking Tim's.
I had a person to tell me that. Only New Yorkers wear fucking Nikes and Jordan. I'm like, get the fuck
out of here. Jordan literally is a Chicago thing. That's because he was famous on the Bulls. The Jordans came out. They're huge in the Midwest, especially in Chicago. And then you have some other cities that support it because it is a popular shoe. But it is not indicative to New York City. This bitch is talking out the side of her fucking ass.
That a person of color wears Jordans. And I'm like, No.
Yeah, and I refuse to let you. I refuse to let you put me in a box. Now, look, I'll have the culture argument with you every day. I've always been the one to, and I'll wax political with you all fucking day. But what I don't want you to do is put me in a box. Just because I'm black, don't mean I like fucking Jordans to the point where I'm gonna cancel fucking Miles Morales. That makes you look so fucking stupid, and you
it makes you look fucking sus.
It makes, and this is a super suspect. This article, it is borderline offensive as far as like racist shit when you're trying to put motherfucking us black folks in a box. We don't live by Jordan. Yes, Jordan is a popular sneaker within our culture, but that doesn't mean that Miles Morales, a fictional character, has to be bound to fucking Jordan. Fuck Jordan. He supported prisons. So if you really want to get into it, bitch, shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You really need to just delete this motherfucking article. That's where I'm at.
Question, Frozen. That's a good fucking question. Did she complain about Peter Parker's shoe design? Probably not.
Probably not. And see, to me, that's offensive because she's focusing on the wrong shit.
She's literally saying a New Yorker has to wear Jordans, but so what? Peter Parker don't count because he's white.
It's like, damn. You talk about culture. If you really want to talk about culture, then you need to immersify that character in the culture, which they did. And that is the one good thing about Miles Morales' story, is they don't whitewash it. And that's very important when it comes to, and that's very important when it comes to Miles Morales' story. Like, if you go watch that movie Into the Spider-Verse, they do not whitewash his story. And that's very fucking important. So to be worried about fucking sneakers, man. When I saw this article, when we talked about this earlier, I instantly was triggered. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you even a fan of Miles Morales in real life? You can't be. Because if you was, that would be the last thing you would be worried about when it comes to Miles Morales. And that shit is just a fucking dumbass take. It is one of the dumbest takes of 2020. It really is. Outside of the fucking screwdriver thing with PlayStation, I think this is number one. I think this is number one because the number two was outrage. People were mad about one fucking screw. That was idiotic too. But being mad about Miles Morales and his shoe difference, it means absolutely fucking nothing at all. It really does.
Yeah,
it means dick.
I'm upset that she made it a goddamn topic of conversation.
She wrote a whole fucking article, Terry.
I'm upset that she's trying to make it racial.
Yeah.
I'm upset. I'm upset that she's putting all New Yorkers in a box, saying all New Yorkers support Jordans. She's making it racial, and it's just
it's stupid.
It's dumb. Listen, there's a lot of things that you can attach, like, when you're talking about racial things with Miles Morales, that has nothing to do with fucking shoes. Because if you really want to get deep, we can get deep, but I don't want to. But you can get deep. You can talk about where he's living. You can talk about, well, how come Miles Morales doesn't have the same fucking shit that Peter Parker did when it comes to living situation? If you want to get deep into it, that's the type of shit you should be asking questions about and trying to challenge the creators on what they really think about people of color within like comics and the gaming industry, if you really want to get into a deep question. But the tennis shoes is a nothing fucking issue. That means nothing. It's distracting from what really is the real conversation when you're talking about race and all that other stuff. So she sounds so fucking stupid. I'm still reading a little bits of this article, and she goes on and on and on, literally like a fucking tirade about these sneakers. And she says Miles Morales' game doesn't fully drop the ball here, but this is a pressing issue. I can see him wearing Timbs. She says she saw him wearing Timbs in one of the cutscenes, but he wasn't swinging around in Timbs. Timbs is actually a New York thing. You know what I'm saying? So they did pay attention to that. Timbs are really big in New York. But come on, man. Like, this is nothing. This is fucking nothing. That's all I got. I'm fucking exhausted. That's all I got.
It's just freaking stupid. I just there's so much she says in that article that's just offensive.
What up, Salty?
So offensive.
What up, Salty?
And I feel ashamed as a woman having to see that a woman wrote this article, because now she's just making us look more uncredible.
She did. She looked like she
stereotypes that women are dumb and they can't. And she's just.
It's just so. Thank you for the host. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Word said I buy shoes like every 3 to 4 years.
I gotta ask, man. I want to see what you think in chat, man. Are you offended or triggered that Miles Morales in Spider-Man PS5 is wearing Adidas instead of Jordans?
It's cause Salty, if you this will make or break. This will make or break you, Salty.
Someone from Polygon named Patricia wrote a whole fucking article saying she was offended that
and I'll pull it up again for chat before we get out of final round.
And instead of wearing Jordans, they're wearing Adidas.
Right.
That is a real question, man. That's the real question.
That's a real question, bro.
She wrote a whole fucking article on Polygon saying she was offended and that it was racist as fuck that he's not wearing Jordans.
It said, and it's funny.
But she implied that
she implied it.
She implied that all people of color support Jordans over Adidas, and I'm like, what the fuck?
It's just fucking ridiculous. And then she says Insomniac did not return requests for comment. You know why Insomniac didn't comment on this? Because this is the dumbest fucking argument of 2020. Right. It really fucking is. And like I said, I'm not a PlayStation super, dude that has everything. But this right here is just the most ridiculous fucking thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. Especially trying to make it a racial thing. So what? Miles Morales is black. He don't have to have fucking Jordans on. Basically, what you're saying is put black people in a box, and that we can't live our lives with other choices outside of what fucking mainstream media wants to point to us. And that's why this shit is so triggering, because you got impressionable people that will read this article and be like, yeah, black folks do love Jordans. And it's like, well, what? You know what I'm saying? We're not a one trick, we're not, what do they call it? We're not like monotheistic. We're not just one thing. We don't have one mind and we just focus on everything materialistic. You know what I'm saying? We're super broad and diverse. Huh?
You should do that, Danny.
What's that?
Go up the top, click on her @ symbol and tweet her. Say, would you be triggered? That they changed his underwear brand?
This wants me to log in.
I said that earlier that what would happen if he found out he didn't wear.
That's her Twitter right there. That expert, whatever that is.
Yeah, @Patricia H.
Yeah, you click on that little link, it'll send you right to her Twitter, and you can tweet her. Say, would you be upset that they changed her underwear?
I'm trying to get in, but I have to fucking log in though. That's the thing. I'm not logged into this.
Be like, guess what?
In this browser,
Spider Stew is in Under Armour.
Right. Look at this lady. Who's this fucking lady? You're not even black, lady. Are you even Latino? What the fuck is going on? What? Are you what is this? And you got Drake up here? Hold on. Hold the fuck up. What? Bitch! What do you know? What? Oh my God! I'm done. I can't. I fucking can't. I can't. This was Rage Queen, Cool Cat, Terry, Big Mike, and
she did say people of color.
But she
didn't call out blacks.
This has been the
final round.
He's like, bitch.
It's just insanity what people.
And she's a senior editor at Polygon.
Senior fucking editor at Polygon, and she spent.
You know what? I encourage people to watch. What's his name? Bill Burr's stand up on Saturday Night Live.
Was absolutely fucking amazing. It absolutely was.
I encourage people to watch it because this is the moment Bill Burr was talking about in his monologue.
You don't say it, David. Just go check it out. When you go to YouTube, just go when you go to YouTube, go to SNL, go to Saturday Night Live. Yes. So like I said, there's deeper issues in that, and I totally agree with Terry on this. there should not even be a racial component when it comes to sneakers. There's a lot of other things you can point out in this game, but that right there is offensive because you're trying to say all black folks, or at least people of color, we only bound to our material things, and that nothing can be good unless something is materialistic. And I take huge fucking offense to it. I really do.
Yes. And Jordans is one of the most popular brands around the entire world. It's not just adopted by black culture. White people, Asians, browns, everybody likes Jordans. So don't make that a New York person of color thing, because it's not.
And Miles Morales is part Hispanic, so she already fucked up twice. So that's what I'm saying. Guys, listen, I'm already getting too heated over it, and I don't want to.
Have people coming at her,
I don't want to have a conversation that's going to begin to start venturing away from what we're doing. So let me breathe in this fucking COVID air. Let me woo-saw. Okay, all right. So that was final round. Let's see. Oh, we got tons of people in here. Yeah. What's up? I see JK, Salty. Shouts out to Salty. Shouts out to Star Lord. Shouts out to Alucard. Shouts out to Care Bear, Frozen. Shouts out to Wraith. Worst. Let's see. Shouts out to Darren. What up, Darren? Shouts out to. Did I get Alucard? I think I got Alucard. This motherfucker super commenting this shit. I got Wraith. I just want to make sure I shout everybody out. All right, so yeah, that was today's show. Shouts out to the panel. Shouts out to Big Mike. Shouts out to the Rage Queen, Cool Cat Terry. Shouts out to Dave D, a.k.a. Wesley Pipes, a.k.a. Mr. Failure, because he didn't have his cam on.
Alucard threw out a grenade.
Alucard, the grenade already fucking expired, though. That expired we already said that expired. So that yeah. Remember we said if he didn't show up. Remember we said if he didn't show up at the end of the show that it wasn't. So that expired. Right. You missed it. Well, see, Alucard, that's why you got to be here, man, so you can use your stuff, man. You got to be here. You know.
Well, Dave's still at 4 Live, so who has the life grenade? And don't say nobody has one. We're not gonna play that.
I have the life grenade today.
All right, I have all my lives, so I'm immune. So who are you throwing it to?
I am blowing up.
Dave's at 4, Terry's at full live, and you're at full lives.
I'm throwing my life grenade at Patricia Hernandez.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Second brother, man. Come on.
That bitch is dead to me. You know what I'm saying?
You can throw it at fucking.
I can throw it at whoever I want, man. I threw it at Patricia Hernandez, man.
Oh, okay. Change the rules. I can throw it at whoever.
I didn't change. You can throw it at whoever.
I want to see her closet. I want to see how many Jordans she owns.
You can throw it at anybody. I've thrown it at Chat before. I've thrown it at fucking. Chat has thrown it at me.
Spice coffee and freaking chives and tea. That's all she's got.
I'm looking at her fucking. Hold on. Let's scroll through her Twitter real quick before we go. Let's look at her fucking Twitter. Let's see what she's got. She's got a bunch of retweets, which means she's a bot. And I started running a couple months ago, 5 miles a week. Okay, good, you're healthy. Bro put me in the harem. You're already asking to be in the harem? We know where you're at. Let's see. The showmanship, Salt Bay could never be.
She goes on about why she wrote the article.
Why did you write this article? Just
to humor us.
There's the tweet where if you want to go look at it.
What, you got it pulled up?
I have it pulled up and I sent it to you on Discord.
Okay, let me pull it up. Because she probably got shitted on. Everybody was like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about?
She has to go out and defend why she wrote what she wrote.
She went on to defend why she wrote it.
Not me writing hundreds of words about a video game shoe.
And you scroll down and she writes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tweets and defending it.
Okay. I don't see it.
It's indefensible.
All right. It says, she says, wanted to expand a bit on this. Nobody has said this to me. And part of it, I think, is that I was speaking to a very specific type of person with this.
Yeah, you tried to put all color people of color in a box, bitch. That's what you tried to do.
And she said it's not something a lot of outlets.
People of color in New York in a
Yes, and she said it's not a lot of people, not a lot of outlets that do this. Instead, assuming that your average reader is, well, white, so you need to explain, would be easy to read this and go, well, why the fuck do you want to uphold something that is charged with class division? That is the reality we live in. For those of us who grew up without money, the divisions are always prominent. The best you can do is maintain dignity where you can. Sometimes that means treating yourself like you're worth a damn. So a good pair of shoes is important to an immigrant parents who grew up in an environment where not everyone had shoes. It's one of those first things folks start sending back to their home countries. A good pair of shoes, obviously the context for Miles is overly different, but the baseline is there.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. David, hold on.
We're going to have to turn final round back on. This is I better not.
That's what I'm saying, man. Because the more I think, the more she's talking. And you know what? And you know why she had to put that out. She had to put that out because people of color were probably saying, "Bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you going on about?"
I don't know. She's upsetting me more about how for immigrants and about how people that are not white. I mean, all the white people are immigrants. My family came from Germany.
Listen. So you're trying to say that? So she's trying to say that Jordan.
Just like Alucard saying, "Yes, bitch." He goes, "Nobody said fucking shoes in Mexico for to live on." He goes, "We're sending fucking money."
We're sending money. Right. And another thing.
Jordan.
And another thing.
My family wasn't worried about sending shoes back to Germany either. We were fleeing Germany because Germany was fucked up.
And I'm gonna tell you, and this will probably show my age. If you're talking about black folks in tennis shoes, we also loved it. Hell, we wrote a fucking song about it. Run DMC has a song called My Fucking Adidas. So it's like to say that because you wrote this up, that it was because of the quality shoe for immigrants. Well, I don't think the first thing they worried about was if it was a Jordan brand. I can guarantee that. What they wanted was good shoes, whether it was fucking Puma, Adidas, Reeboks. They didn't give a fuck. What they wanted was goddamn good shoes. And it had nothing to do with branding. It wasn't like because they were Jordans that the immigrants would feel better about their feet. This is also fucking, this is super offensive as fuck. This is super offensive.
If you're sending shoes back to your family, brand and like class of that doesn't matter. They want shoes that are comfortable, and
durable, so they can fucking do their jobs. So they can work for their family, so they can fucking survive.
They're not gonna give a shit what brand they are. They just want stuff that they can use every day, go to work in, and be comfortable in.
It's just fucking unbelievable, Terry.
You know what, guys, watch the Bill Burr stand.
Watch it. That'll explain a lot. That will explain a lot, actually.
That will explain everything.
All right, let's do this. Let's get out of here because I swear to God, I'm losing a gasket over it.
I'm getting more and more.
Right. Because
I'm trying to get more about money, and I'm like, my family was poor. I got a lot of family members that came out of fucking trailer houses and shit.
Oh, fucking trigger now.
I mean, we lived in the hood, and it was like, and I'm gonna tell you, the last thing I was worried about was if I had Jordans on. I'm like, shit, I'm trying to make sure these bullets ain't flying. Like there's a whole lot of other things that you could worry about outside of if a motherfucker is black or Hispanic with Jordans on. Like literally, that's like so far down the list that your dick is higher than that. So I don't know. I feel like let me just end this fucking shit because I'm getting triggered. All right, let's go ahead and find somebody to fucking raid.
Jenny knows I'm not trying to get triggered.
My family was poor too. We didn't give a shit about brands. Man. We would go to the fucking thrift store, pick up what we could, and we were happy with it if it was newer than the stuff we had. You know
exactly. As long as that shit didn't have holes in it, as long as that motherfucking shit didn't smell, and we had to wear that shit every fucking day. Hold on, I'm gonna calm down, yo.
I know, man. That's what I'm saying, dude. It's a constant. You'll get so triggered. Just let it go. I'm gonna fucking let's rate somebody. I'm gonna rate. You know what? I'm gonna do one for the culture. Since she wants to say that she's doing this for minorities, I'm gonna rate a minority. Let's go ahead and we're gonna rate Black Girl Gamers. We're gonna hit her up. She is amazing streamer. She definitely does a lot of she has some social issues with gaming, so she ties those two together. I would be interested to have her on the show and ask her about that. Since she is a black female, to see how she feels about being put in a fucking box. And I think she's actually from New York. So
wait, we should ask Tony. Tony's a.
Oh yeah, Tony. Yeah, Tony Polanco.
Let's ask Tony how he feels about not having fucking Jordans.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So let's go ahead. And I'm gonna rate it. I'll set up the raid for that. For her. But yeah. So guys, listen, man. Don't follow her. And usually I try not to fuck. I try not to put people like that. I try not to be like that person. But don't follow this bitch because she's not talking right, man. She's not sounding right. She's trying to vilify. She's trying to verify her bullshit, and I'm just not here for it. I'm not supporting it. But if it says I can't raid that channel. Why can't I raid the channel? Am I not following it?
No, she might have raids turned off.
Oh,
she
might have raids turned off. Yeah.
Okay, she's got raids turned off. Okay, so then let's do. Let's see who else we got.
I got a guy if you want me to raid someone.
Yeah, let's yeah. Who you got? Who you got?
And he's not white to go with the topic.
There it is. That's what I'm talking about. You want to really support culture? Let's give them some views in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? God damn it, man. Not Jordans. God damn it.
Even the views are worth more than Jordans right now. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
All right. So Omega Winged Zero, go ahead, show him some love. Some real platform love, everybody. We really do appreciate everybody hanging out with us.
Show them some real Jordan love, man.
For sure, man. Make sure you put the hashtag Jordans in chat. And absolutely love everybody here.
Do you support Adidas?
Right. We love you all. We absolutely cannot do this shit without you all. We really do appreciate you chilling with us on this Saturday. Tune in tonight at 10 o'clock p.m. where I will be shedding more years off of my life. I might say fuck it and play something else because I do owe some streams because I got some games for free. So I do need to do those too. So it just depends. But I'm really leaning more towards horror, but it just depends on how I feel. I can have a hair up my ass and be like, fuck that shit. So, But 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time tonight. Check that out here on this channel. No Vaseline for show. So we love you all. We can't do this without you. And we will catch everybody later. Peace. Is it still going? Okay, there we go.